You're watching every game this season. Every six, every wicket, every battle. But the final, you watch with me.
Stars Play, in partnership with Combox, presents the ultimate IPL final watch party.
31st May at the Coca-Cola Arena.
With legendary cricketers Robin Uthappa, Sri Sant, Angelo Matthews, and Universe boss Chris Gale. Buy your tickets now at Coca-ColaArena.com or PlatinumList.net.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Combox Live, where the game lives on, it never dies. I am Behram Kazi, who you can find at Def Mango on Twitter, and with me is my good mate Rob Barron, who you can find at Moso Judge on Twitter, and we are here on a live watch-along show to cover Punjab's must-win game versus Lucknow in Lucknow. And early honours have gone to Punjab. Rob, they won the toss. Shreyas is elected to bowl first, and there's no Mitch Marsh or Aiden Markram because those guys have left for Lucknow.
Yeah, this reeks of LSG basically phoning it in today. They've only got players that can be bothered that are still hanging around for them to finish bottom. There's no victory parade for that, as the first ball is 4 runs from Inglis.
Yeah, that's a spectacular cover drive to start for Josh Inglis, 4 for no loss after 1 ball. So quite a start for LSG.
Nice shot. Yeah, but I mean, the market is extremely keen on Punjab, and a lot of that is because Punjab have to win, and a lot of that is LSG's team does not inspire confidence, does it?
Yeah.
Arjun Tendulkar's having a go, isn't he?
Yeah, Arjun Tendulkar's playing today, but Punjab have lost 6 on the bounce, so surely there's a win somewhere. After that, they need to win this for sure, and even then their qualification isn't secured, right? Because Rajasthan could win and eliminate them. So... Right, then Ayush is saying, glad we have Rob when Punjab are fielding, of course. Negative spectrum, Mitch Marsh isn't injured. He's captaining his side in the Pakistan series, so he's left for Pakistan. In fact, he's arrived in Pakistan. And I think Markram was sent home a few days ago, right?
Yeah, he missed the last one. And that was him for the comp. I think they said personal reasons, so no idea why he's disappeared. He wasn't doing much anyway, was he? But Marsh has been absolutely bossing it for LSG, so they are confirming they don't really care about this season.
Yeah, I mean, the season's over. That kind of does help Punjab's cause as well, because the other team is depleted, doesn't seem to care much. They are a fucking good team, though, according to Rishabh Pant. So let's see if we can see them turn up today.
I mean, they are his words. I'm not sure I agree with them, although I did agree with them at the start of the season when they were, and then since then the wheels have fallen off quite dramatically, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, the wheels never properly came on to begin with.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Punjab have had their own issues. Marco's back today?
Yeah, it's just a carousel, isn't it, of overseas bowler who you think is going to be good and gets absolutely smoked.
Yeah, and this time it's been pulled away for 4.
Nice.
By Josh Inglis. So 2 boundaries to start for him. Lucknow 8 for no loss after 4 balls. Not the best of starts for Arshdeep.
Yeah, I mean, we get a look at Kulkarni again in a minute. He's only had, I want to say he's had 3 innings in the IPL, but the only time he scored any runs was the one he had this season, right, where he got 17. And it was torturous. That was the one where it rained in the middle of it, didn't it?
And I was on that watch-along.
That's right. I was like,
I reckon
retire this guy.
They won that game, Lucknow,
Smack.
and that's been pumped past the mid-off fielder for 4 by Josh Inglis. 3rd boundary in this first over for him. Lucknow 12 for no loss after 5 balls. But yeah, it was quite torturous. I think you and I were both on that watch-along. And from the other end, the runs couldn't stop flowing, and from the Kulkarni end, it was just a proper, I don't even know how to describe it, man. He was trying.
Yeah. It was just torture. So let's hope. The thing is, right, sometimes when you get these games at the end of the season where one of the teams isn't really bothered, you're going to have full explosive mega Inglis who will be a complete danger for as long as he's in, which could be 0 more balls or it could be lots more balls.
And that's another one.
because he's
Fourth
just going to
boundary.
try and hit every ball to the boundary, Behram, English, for this innings, right? So he is, if the thing is, when you're playing against that and you must win, you have to get him out, because Punjab are going to be playing under pressure, right? And they can't make mistakes, whereas English doesn't care. He obviously doesn't care about the IPL because he buggered off to get married and then have a holiday in the middle of it.
He's also in the Australia ODI squad, but he's still around and Mitch Marsh isn't. So I don't know. Maybe he's feeling guilty about the honeymoon and everything. But look, he's going to chance his arm. Josh Inglis, we know that. He does that on most days anyway. And over here, he smashed Arshdeep for 4 boundaries in the first over. The last one nearly was a catch for mid-on, but it was just wide of the mid-on fielders. So 16 for no loss LSG in the first over. The theory checks out. They will just probably throw the kitchen sink at it. And Azmat is in to bowl the second over for Punjab.
Yes, I would have picked Omazai from the start. I said that before the season. I would have picked him probably instead of Stoyne. But as the season went on, when all the overseas were getting whacked, I would have picked him instead of any of, Bartlett, Lockie, all of them. Once they had a go and were rubbish, get the all-rounder in, right? Because he had a really, really good World Cup.
And he has gotten Kulkarni first ball. I mean, still no runs for poor Arshin Kulkarni. Threw his hands at it, got the outside edge, and Azmat has struck on his first delivery. Lucknow 16 for 1 and 1.1 overs. So there's the first wicket.
So as I was saying, I would pick this guy because you can play him just as a bowler on Mazai. He's good enough. He's definitely good enough for 4 overs. He's rapidly improving. He's still quite young. He had a brilliant World Cup, I thought. And he can smoke it with the bat. And he can bowl 4 overs. Like, that's better than Bartlett and Lockie anyway, if they're not on. So he balances their team really well. He got out. I mean, I think that knock from Kulkarni is better than his one last time.
Yeah.
Than the 17 off 24, right? That's no good to anybody. So 0 off 1, at least he's out of the way. I was going to say before, what you sometimes get for a team that's dead is someone like Kulkarni who's like playing for his spot in the future, right? And that would have been interesting to see how he went, but that was an airy fairy waft. See you later. And we know that this guy is going to do something, but he's Nicholas Pooran, right? So we don't know what. And it could be nothing. It could be Kulkarni copy. It could be 6-6 out, or it could be a completely pointless blazing 100. Which kills Punjab, right? You've got to get like that wicket, as far as Punjab are concerned today, doesn't really matter. But these 2 guys in now are everything, aren't they? This is the whole game right now for them.
If anything, Kulkarni sticking around for a bit probably helped Punjab's cause. But look, he's young. The feet didn't particularly move in this dismissal. Just threw his hands at it and he was gone for a golden duck. But golden ducks are the best kinds of ducks in T20 cricket. So there's at least that.
Agreed.
Nicky P has had like a couple of good knocks, maybe one actually. That one I saw on live on a watch along. But he's been completely out of sorts overall in this season. Let's see if there's some fireworks in store today. I hope there are, because like I want this to be an entertaining game. You have no idea how Varun and I got through yesterday's game, man.
Well, bad. That was it. That was just a game where one of the team, like they may as well have just agreed, right? SRH can have the win and
shake hands,
and RCB go through in second. They should have just shook hands at the start and then had a really fun game. Whereas, to be fair to SRH, they went for it. And when Venki came out in the first over trying to hit every single ball for 6, you're like, oh, all right, this might be fun. But realistically, you can't bag RCB for doing what they did. That was a really good LBW shout.
Close,
why didn't they review that?
I'm not sure why they didn't review it, but he's getting some lateral movement over here in the first over, Azmatullah Umarzai. I'd love to see the DRS for that. I mean, they'll surely show it, right? That looked pretty out.
Because it pitched in line, straightened up nice. I reckon that's just clanging into the top of leg. So he's getting the ball to talk a bit here Umarzai, isn't he?
And I see some inconsistent bounce as well, because it wasn't the outside edge, it was the under edge that got rid of Kulkarni, and that ball didn't rise particularly.
Agree.
Well, they're not showing us the replay, and it's annoying me. I'm bothered.
I'm the only thing that could have saved him was height, because he's dead.
Yeah.
You know, it's and then he played. Then he played lead next ball.
Oh, nearly chops on
his stumps nearly.
Wow, what an over by Azmat. Wicket and then 3 dots, and maybe it was 2 wickets in a row. They just never reviewed it. And the broadcasters are hell-bent on not showing us the DRS either, so we'll never know.
I'm going to wind it back and watch that ball again. Was it the second ball or the third?
Yeah, it was the second ball.
So
The
the one
third
after
was a
the wicket.
leave. Yeah, the third was a leave. Or the second was the leave that Pooran faced, and his third ball was nearly a chop on. And this time it's hit straight to the fielder. So Preet is saying pitching outside leg. I'm not sure about that, man.
No, it wasn't.
Looked pretty
It wasn't.
adjacent to me.
No, it definitely pitched in line. There's no question about that. The only thing that may have saved him was height. So I'm gonna watch it again now. Not that I have DRS on my telly, but so 16 off the first over, and then if he dots up here, wicket maiden.
Classic LSG.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot know what to expect with them. You don't know what team they're going to pick. You don't know what order they're going to do stuff in. You don't know whether they're going to be good or amazing, or utterly terrible. And the block.
He doesn't dot up. Just the one run off the first over, quick single to end it. 17 for 1 after 2 overs, LSG. And apparently a lot of people in the comments are saying, Rob, that it did marginally pitch outside the leg stump. I don't know about that, man. I felt like it was like just enough inside.
All right, I'm going to watch it again.
He's watching it again.
I don't think it did.
Yeah, same. They showed us the old school version of, DRS anyway. We need to see the proper tech.
Yeah. So Shreyas just looked at the floor and went and gave the delivery a clap. He didn't didn't consider for 1 minute that he should review. Not that he could have seen it from where he was, but that seems mad, right? Let's watch it again. I think he's
Marco's
out.
in. Yeah,
I think he's out.
I thought he was out as well, particularly because it hit the back leg, and I thought it was just enough adjacent. I don't know, man. They should show us the full-on tech for that.
Oh, okay. I've seen another replay, and it does look like most of the ball pitched outside leg. So let's stop talking about that forever.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone, in the comments. Yeah. I was wrong. My eyes deceived me, and it pitched outside leg. So we should stop talking about that and never mention it again.
Clearly, Rob Barron and I would not make good umpires.
I'd be terrible. I'd be slagging off the players all the time. Like, come on, you should have caught that, you idiot.
Singer, I think Azmat is a pretty useful asset to have in T20s as well. The only issue is that I feel at times you can't bowl him outside the power play. And other than that, no real issues. He's a pretty explosive bat as well.
Yeah, definitely. Adds loads to your team, I think.
Captain Fish and Trips is saying, as an apology, Rob, read Cameron Bancroft's diary.
I don't want to be sick again on air. I mean, the day I read that, I laughed so much, because it was not long after the carnage. But yeah, I laughed so much. That's a filthy.
What are you doing, Marco? This is his issue, right? He is also a Siraj-esque bowler in many ways. When he's hot, he will wreck you. When he's cold, oh my God, he's so erratic on those days.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to put something together today, Punjab. Like I say, this is the partnership that could kill them. This is their season on the line now, is bowling well to these two bats. Inglis and Pooran, they're going to give you chances, aren't they? The way they bat.
Yeah.
And you just got to take them.
Oh, my word. Look at the inconsistent bounce on this occasion. This one rolls, Rob.
This feels like a very high volatility game. This feels like any score is possible partly because of how important it is for one of these teams and how utterly unimportant it is for the other, right? Right. So you've got LSG who can afford to throw caution to the wind. No one cares. Like, they don't care whether they win or not. Yeah, they definitely don't care because look at the team. And then you have wild men like Inglis and Pooran at the crease who are...
And this time he uses his feet. Inglis misses the ball entirely. I like this surface. It seems like one of those... real lottery sort of pitches, at least in the first few overs it does. It's not easy out there.
No, for sure.
If only we had Hawkeye data available, we could tell you more.
You just need Baron. Baron always knows.
He does always know. But I think he's checked out today. I wasn't even supposed to be on this live, man.
Another miss.
Yeah,
we're struggling for people, aren't we, at the moment? They're all doing stuff, I guess.
Yeah, well, hopefully someone will cover for tomorrow because I have no time tomorrow. You know, what I want is that Punjab wins today and then Rajasthan wins tomorrow, right? Like, that's how Rajasthan qualify. That would be, or make for good viewing. And the last game would probably end up being a dead rubber anyway.
Yeah. Although that could be fun in itself, because we haven't had a... That's
gone.
Bowled, Pooran. He's been trying to get bowled, and he has bowled himself by whacking the ball onto his own stumps. For a knock that sums up his season, really. 2 off 7. Yeah. Get out my face. That was rubbish.
That was very rubbish, and went for an exaggerated pull shot, chopped the ball onto his off pole, which got uprooted. Marco Janssen is struck in his first over, and yeah, it wasn't even his off pole, it was his middle pole that got uprooted. Quite abysmal stuff from Nicky P. And there's that wicket that you were talking about, Rob. Now Lucknow are 20 for 2 in 2.5 overs.
Yeah, it's 16 for none was great, and everything since has been absolutely bloody awful. They're 4 for 2 in nearly 2 overs, but one of those 2 is Pooran, and that's a massive wicket.
Yeah.
They're really struggling here, LSG. However, as long as Inglis is at the crease, they are a threat. I think if they get Inglis now, we're done. Like, look at the rest of the batting order here. It's like...
You and I could have a very early night if that happens.
There's nothing. It's Badoni now, right? And then it's Pant. And Pant got the most pointless 100 ever, didn't he, at the end of one of the seasons in a dead rubber? So you can't discount him. Chowdhury played the best innings of this IPL about 6 months ago in the second game. And then we might, there's some ads there, obviously, we might get to see Arjun Tendulkar have a bat. And that might be fun.
That might be fun, absolutely. We've got the first super chat of the day, and it's by our friend Preet, who says, Punjab also have to go for net run rate, because if KKR wins their last game, then it'll be same points and very close net run rate, obviously, if Rajasthan lose their game. Agreed, but aren't Punjab ahead of KKR currently on net run rate?
So the only thing they need to worry about realistically here is winning, because let me just check the table, because they had the rain out, right? And the other team is KKR. If I'm Punjab, why won't the table load for me?
Because
it's much easier to talk about this when the table
machine is dying. We've
absolutely is. Right, Punjab 13 points plus a bit. KKR 13 points plus a bit. I guess if Raj lose to Mumbai and they both win, them and Delhi, it does come down to net run rate. But if you're Punjab here, because of this luck now that's turned up, you have a really good chance to smash them to bits.
Yeah.
And like I say, they could do, like, any type of result is possible here. If they get rid of Inglis now, which they easily could because he plays 2 shots of ball, they could roll them and then just bang them off in 10 overs and put your feet up and hope for the best, right?
Yeah,
and they have the personnel to do that, Punjab.
I kind of want them to remove Inglis in this over. Make it happen, Azmat. Well, he takes a single first ball, so we'll have to wait. But Dhoni hasn't got as much game time this season as he usually does. So there's that. He might be a bit rusty. He's also not someone who just goes bang either. Generally likes to take a bit of time. But yeah, if it ultimately comes down to net run rate, Preet, that might be exciting. However, I want Punjab to win today so that the morning or afternoon contest is exciting tomorrow. But just because of Vaibhav, I'm with Rajasthan, because we surely deserve to see a bit more of him.
Yeah, it's genuinely exciting, isn't it, watching him play?
Yeah. Does things to you. Yeah, see, I feel like Lucknow are now might just go into a bit of a shell, barring Inglis. And this game might be done in the first quarter. We will know after the end of the first 10 overs where this is headed, I feel.
So they got 4 fours in the first over.
Yes.
And since then, they just haven't done anything. They've only scored about 5 runs, haven't they? 5 runs. Block, 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 lose your wicket, lose your wicket. Like, it's at least gives the people that are paying money and the people that are taking days off of sunshine with their families to watch this stuff a bit of a show, right? At least do something. Don't just block every ball and get rolled for 110.
Is it just me, or does the IPL really start to think about, or need to start to think about, away jerseys? Look at the jerseys of both teams. It's practically the same colors with different designs, and it's really bothering me.
Well, don't watch Test matches, Behram, because you'll hate it. Yeah, why not though? Right? Like some of those RCB used to play in green, didn't they? Like once a season.
Yeah, but that's like once a
trees
season
or something.
thing. Yeah, but
Yeah,
surely
and,
we're at that point.
Oh, hello.
All right.
Someone played a
Pick
shot and got a
outside
run.
edge. Yeah, well,
It wasn't a good
weird
shot.
way
It wasn't a
to-
good run,
yeah.
but never mind.
Dodgy way to get off the mark for Badoni. But I mean, like the PSL has home and away jerseys. The IPL has like 25 times the budget, if not more. And it seems like a very basic thing to do, especially, you know, with all the comparisons to football that Ravi Shastri keeps making and we've never seen materialize, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think home and away jerseys should really be a given. And every team should have them. You don't want to see the same goddamn colors every time, especially two teams wearing them.
I quite like that idea. I'm all for it. And they should let, like, fans or something choose what
Do you
colour
remember there was this one Champions League clash in which Barca were playing Bayern and Bayern were basically dressed as Barca? That's what's
Yeah,
happening
that
over
sounds
here.
familiar. Yeah.
That is exactly what's happening over here. Because it's the exact same shades of red and blue, almost. And then it's just that one team has gone more, fuller colors, whereas the other team is stripy. And it's just bad. It's like a horse is playing a Zorse.
Varun has said, pretty consistent bounce from the pitch, actually. The giraffe just gets more bounce because of his height. Fair enough.
All right. That checks out. But that one dismissal, or maybe Azmat's delivery just skids on a bit. That's why they kept a little low and got Kulkarni's under edge. Maybe that's what happened. But 1 for 5 and 2 power play overs for Omazai. Really impressive stuff. Give him a third. Because he's most useful in the power play, right? At least that's what I remember when I looked at his numbers a while back. Maybe he has upped his game and he can bowl better outside the power play now. But if my memory serves me correct, then Azmat is best when he's used in the power play.
Yeah, he used to be pretty much just a bit of a David Willey type bowler, right? If it swings, he's dangerous, and if it isn't, he's rubbish. But he's getting better at everything on Mazai, which is why I think they should have given him a season, because he's 26 now. He's coming into his good years, and I think he's been really good with bat and ball for quite a while. His first game, he got a blazing 38 and 2 for ace fielding. About time.
First misfield of the evening, clipped off Badoni off his pads for 4.
Well, that must be the either. It's
Really
downhill. Is that Priyansh down there? Yeah,
Should've been
you're down
stopped,
there,
yeah.
right? So that was just flicked off his pads for a single. When he hit that ball, he thought that's one. No question, he thought that's one. And then the fielder didn't quite get to it, and then the outfield or the slope maybe took over.
I have no idea. I think he
And
just
Priyansh
overran.
caught it too, but he messed it up very, very badly.
Yeah. Oh, is that another wicket? No, it isn't. But good bumper by Marco. And 28 for 2, Lucknow in 4.2 overs. Interesting question by Lathi. He says, why did they drop Brar?
Why did they drop who, sorry?
Brar.
Good question, yeah. I thought they were going to pick 2 spinners today. And Bra, whenever he's played, has been pretty good.
Yeah, offers you a lot of control. Bowls wicket to wicket. And pulled away by Josh Inglis.
Good shot. That's Badoni.
One
Good shot.
bounce. 1 bounce 4. So, Lucknow slowly moving along. They're now 32 for 2 after that boundary in 4.3 overs. But let's see how many runs are enough, because Prabharya started off this IPL in a blazing fashion, but kind of dropped off since.
Yeah, I've always said this. I feel a bit sorry for Badoni because he plays everywhere, every position, up and down the order. He gets quite a lot of ducks. That's a feature of his game, and he hasn't had that innings where I think he got 50 on debut, right, Badoni?
Another
Good
one.
shot.
Yeah, so 2 back-to-back pulls in different parts of the ground. The first one
That's
went
6.
for 4, and the second one has sailed over the ropes for 6.
It's a
Good stuff,
really bad ball
Ayush.
from Marco, but good for Badoni. Yeah, I think he got a 50 on debut, but this season he's got 3 ducks, and he's so vulnerable early. Like that shot to get off the mark today, that could have been another duck, couldn't it? He was in no control, and that's something that he has to address, because a lot of the time because he's batting everywhere in the order, he has to come in and whack it from ball 1, and if you're not good at that, but that's your job, it makes your career really hard, doesn't it? It's like, well, you have to whack it from ball 1 every time. I'm not very good at that. Out. Okay, can you do it this time? Yeah, out.
And that's another really, really good shot. A late cut for 4. So 4-6-4 for Ayush Badoni over here. And he even got a boundary early in the over, which was a clip off his legs and should have been fielded, but wasn't. So see, that misfield, Rob, has cost them so many more runs now.
Well, it's a must-win game, right? It's very, very clear that they have to win. So all the fielders should be on it, right? They should be expecting every ball to come to them, walking in, having proper plans, as in you stand here, the good ones stand in the high traffic areas, and the bad ones, like Chahal, stand somewhere else. And they're not fielded well. And like you say, that may have, if they'd have fielded that ball better, it may have got him off strike, and then who knows, like, and all the rest of it. And now Badoni's tucked in, and got what, 18 off the over.
Yeah, I mean, after that boundary, which should have been a single, you saw 2 pulls, 1 for 4, 1 for 6, and then that little dab towards third man, which also resulted in a 4. So he's got some good shots. You know, we always knew he was strong off the pull, but the deft touch is another good one to have up your sleeve.
It's such an LSG inning so far. Yeah. First over, 16 for none. Second over, 1 for 1. Third over, 3 for 1. Fourth over, 4 for none. Fifth over, 18 for none. That's what they do, right? They're just a crazy team. You got to get Inglis out. Punjab are acting like, well, we've only got to beat these idiots and everything will be fine. But you do have to actually play cricket to beat them. They are giving him a third on Mazai. They are giving him a third over.
I like this. And my gut says he strikes as well in this over, because LSG will be thinking, okay, last over the power play. Got to make it count. Okay, here we go. Ooh.
He's bowling really well here.
Something's wrong with the mic, Rob. It's acting up again.
Hello.
Much better.
Omanzai bowling very, very well. Hasn't bowled a bad ball yet.
It's done exceptionally well thus far. Can he close off the power play on a high note? Why is there such a massive gap between deliveries over here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe they're just trying to make the games last as long as humanly possible. That seems to be a running theme over every season of the IPL.
Absolutely. Wide ball.
Filthy wide.
Still getting lateral movement though, Azmat.
Yeah, if that started like that's gone a long way across, hasn't it? So he almost needs to start it on the very edge of the pitch if he's going to get that much movement.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty low intensity game, even though it shouldn't be.
I mean, like I say, one of the teams can do whatever it wants, and it is doing whatever it wants. And the other one should be extremely high intensity.
Yeah.
All over everything.
And
whack.
Yeah, that's
Badoni's come to play today, Bayram.
Yeah, Badoni now brings out his shots on the offside. We saw a deft touch earlier versus Marco, and this time he sliced the ball over the point fielder for 4. Lucknow all of a sudden are 48 for 2 in 5.2 overs. Should have been more like 37 for 3.
Yeah, it feels like they've not scored in any of the power play overs, but they've scored in 2.5 of them, and that's kind of been enough.
Yeah.
I haven't made my
complete
mind up
control of that shot though. Like that was a bit of a slice. Let's see if Ayush can go bang on these last 4 balls. I just said that he likes to take a bit of time, and he's said that, no, I'll prove Behram wrong. I'll do that today.
Whack.
This time he launches the ball up and over long on for 6. And he had a lot of time to play that shot. Proper golf swing, teed off, 6 runs. Lucknow 54 for 2 in 5.3 overs.
This might turn into a really good pitch by the looks of it. Like when the swing goes, it looks like you can trust this bounce and mow through the line, because Badoni is not the sort of guy you associate with this kind of clean hitting. Like, he can hit, like we've seen him do it in the past, but he is really trusting that bounce there, isn't he? Off a guy that hadn't bowled any bad balls before this over and now is getting met.
Another one. That one is pulled right out of the screws into the net beyond the fence for 6. Back-to-back 6s after that 4 earlier in the over. So all of a sudden, Lucknow find themselves at 60 for 2 in 5.4 overs. Some people must have lost money over here, Rob. Like, I don't think a lot of people would have bet overs for Lucknow. This
is very good Badoniing. It's such a weird game. Like, personally, I did have my bets before the game, and I I had some bets because I thought Marsh would play right a couple of days ago on this game, but I've had none today, like, because I don't know, and what you could do is back extreme stuff, crazy stuff. I've had some bets to do with Omazai being good.
Has he holed out? Nearly lost his wicket over full toss, Badoni, but he'll pick up a double. Yeah, Azmat has unfortunately gone for some runs over here in his 3rd over, so maybe it wasn't the best call to give him a 3rd. But I mean, the way he was bowling, you kind of had to.
I don't disagree with the decision based on how well he was going. You can't just say, oh, well, they shouldn't have done it. Do you know what I mean? Can you?
Yeah. I asked them to do it, so I definitely can't say that.
You can't say, oh, it failed, he shouldn't have done it. I think it was probably the right thing to do, and it's backfired, and that's cricket, right? That's the game.
Yep. Game's the game. Last ball of the power play. And just a single for Badoni. Or is it 2? Should be 2, actually. Should be 4? What is happening? It is 4. Another misfield. And Badoni's got 2 4s for free over here.
That's Connolly, who can actually field.
That boundary means that Lucknow have managed 66 for 2 in the power play. Who could have thunk it? Not me. Insane.
Yeah, that was. I'm not often completely baffled by the cricket I'm watching, but I am here. I mean, the fielding I'm not baffled at all because it's always shit. But these are good fielders, right? Cooper Connolly is a good fielder. I've watched him field a lot, and he's had a really easy task there to stop a boundary, and he almost did it, and then he picked the ball up and threw it over the fence 4. So I don't just.
Yeah, check your mic again, but that we've seen that twice now, and. Badoni has benefited both times.
Leave some wires around.
Yeah, move your wires. I'll read out the super chat by Prithvi. He says, cricket is the most unfair sport of all major sports, officially so. World Cups have prefixed groups and fixtures. IPL teams don't have the same fixture lists. At least UEFA tries to hide the warm balls. Thing is that because everyone doesn't play everyone in the IPL, everyone doesn't play everyone twice, some teams have an easier route to the playoffs. I do agree with that logic. But you don't know which team will be good prior to the tournament starting. If they really want to kind of amp things up, they just go for 2 games each for each team per opposition.
This is interesting. The thing with the IPL that's a bit silly is they will like randomly announce fixtures and then go, actually, we're only going to have this many, and actually we're going to have more, and that sort of thing. Right? That nonsense absolutely has to stop. Right? It's a multi-billion dollar league, so you can't go, well, nobody knows who's playing and no one knows how many. The weird thing about the IPL, which nobody, the IPL seems to get a pass for lots of nonsense. And one of it is that you play some teams twice and some teams once, right?
Yep.
Based on vibes, from what I can see. Not based on any common sense or anything, just to make the season last about as long as it lasts, which is, 2 months?
But
and for those of us that work every day of it, Bayram, it feels like 6 months by the time it finishes, doesn't it?
It does feel like 6 months, but my counter argument would be that surely if each team is playing they're playing 14 currently, they play 4 more games, 4 additional games per team, just have more double headers and you can use the same window for the tournament.
Right. That's what I would do. Everyone plays everyone twice. Man up and play more double headers and concentrate more around venues, because that gives the fans more options, doesn't it? If you have teams staying in venues like the CPL is very good at that. At like Barbados will play 3 home games in a week or whatever, so the whole island can get pumping, right? And appealing for a stumping here.
Yeah, he's excited, the keeper. I'm not sure if that was a stumping over there, though, so we'll have to wait and see. But the PSL got this wrong as well this season. Not everyone was playing everyone twice, even though there were only 8 teams. And I was like, why? I mean, that makes no sense. At least with the IPL, you're like, 10 teams is a lot. But with 8 teams, you can surely pull it off.
You should be able to, right? But it's not organised for the fans, is it? It's organised for money. And the fans and us and whoever else are like, well, you just put up with it. We're different because we work for the IPL, right? And I always have. I've worked every year of the IPL since it started. So whatever they do with the schedule, like, I'll just do it. But if I was
appeal for caught behind, sorry, I'm cutting you off.
But really close to the gloves.
He might have gloved this. Don't even think
really
it's
close to the gloves.
Stumping shout.
It's not hit them though.
Nope.
And it's not hit the toe of the bat. Nope.
Yep.
On we go then.
Line, no spike on Ultra Edge. Although Ultra Edge is a bit of a scam, isn't it?
I'm sure Snicko, that it was in my youth, Snicko was miles better than Ultra Edge has ever been. I know the counter is that they all put Vaseline on the edge of their bats to
you should ask Jamie Smith how he feels about Ultra Edge.
Yeah, I think a very unlucky narrative built around Jamie Smith based on his foot did go up for a millisecond here.
Yeah,
it's just whether or not his spikes are still in contact with the ground. I don't know from the pictures that I'm seeing.
Gonna have to zoom in for that one, honestly.
This is where, like, one day they'll have some sort of pressure pad there. If the umpires make a decision based on that,
what?
And give him out,
what?
That's nuts.
What? The fuck? What about benefit of the doubt and all that crap, Rob Barrett?
Maybe it's out, but he looked for way less time than loads of the wides that no one cares whether they're wide or not, right? They do. And I mean, it's a good bit of work. His foot, like I say, his foot went up momentarily.
Maybe it was out. Maybe it was out, actually.
Yeah, I think it is. But he looked at that for nanoseconds rather than having a proper look. It's really silly from Badoni because he's like, oh dear, I should have hit that, right? And he's just sort of leant back. I'm going to watch it again now and talk you through it. So good ball, fair enough. He's tried to cut it and missed. He's then gone like, oh dear, and thrown his head back and just stepped backwards, forgetting that his front foot is actually out of the crease. So if it goes up in the air, he creates a stumping chance. It's a good bit of work. That was a really good innings. And again, I feel a bit sorry for Badoni because that promised a lot and ultimately delivered 40 odd, which you don't get contracts based on 40 odds, do you really? If he'd have scored a ton today, you know, maybe they'll treat him a bit better. One of these seasons, because Lucknow are crap, right? One of these seasons, they should go, listen, Badoni, you're going to get the whole season. And if we're rubbish halfway through and we haven't qualified, we're going to keep persisting with you and we're going to bat you at this number or at this entry point, and let's see how you get on. Like, if you're going to back him, back him.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it was a pretty solid knock, 43 of 18. Bit of an unfortunate dismissal, but he is to blame for that as well. I mean, there was no reason to drag his foot up, and that's resulted in a stumping. Just to finish off the super chat by Prithvi, look, the Champions League is pretty flawed too, the new format. Like, you play 10 random teams in the group stages.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say about that was there was one day at the end of the group stages where there was like 1 million games on at once, and that was brilliant. I loved that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the only days, like, I watched Champions League knockout games. I think they're really good. And you don't get, like, you know, PSG, Bayern and Real Madrid, Liverpool or whatever. You don't get those games very often. So when they come around and there's, you know, huge stakes, I'm all for it. But that group stage, no one knows how it works. I bloody don't. And nobody that I speak to about football understands it. And it's
How
just
do
like,
you-
why the hell are we having all these games? But
Yeah.
the day where they had like 28 games at once, yes, please. That was brilliant.
Yeah, sure. I mean, from a spectator's, POV, it may work. And it does kind of get exciting halfway through the group stages to see, okay, which teams are not in the first 24, whatever. But from a team perspective, how is it fair? Every other team is playing 10 random teams. What if you get a tougher draw? Why is there no consistency? Like, at least with groups and seedings, you get some sort of consistency. But I think they are still seeded, the teams. It's a bit too all over the shop for me. And yeah, it's weird how capitalism can ruin fair contests, I suppose, Prithvi.
Well, without wanting to get all deep about it, sport is a metaphor for life, basically. That's why we all love it, right? Sport is essentially a metaphor for life. And life, spoiler alert, everyone, is absolutely not fair. Everything in life is luck. Everything in the IPL is luck. Everything in cricket is luck. So all of this batshit bureaucracy and organisation and stuff, it's just part of life. You try and deal with anything in your life, the organisation of it is completely messed up. And if anyone had a brain in their heads or was being fair, pretty much everything would be different. And that applies to every country I've lived in. So you just got to try and navigate these mad paths the best you can, right? It's all bad shit. Just good luck, and let us know how you get on. Here's Rishabh Pant to calm everything down.
He's off the mark, first ball with a single. Bit of a bonus wicket at that, but good work by the keeper. Good presence of mind by the keeper as well, must be said.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, like it.
Badoni was just ruining the fact that he's missed a 4 and on your bike. Bye-bye.
He's just throwing his head
year.
back, isn't he? Right, like, oh shit, I should have hit that for 4.
Yeah. See you next year, or maybe not.
Yeah, well, I guess we will, but people that try and guess what LSG are going to do, as I do with my money all the time, are fraught with danger. Like, very good over from Chahal, that though. He's bowled pretty good this IPL and been extremely unlucky. Even more unlucky than like a normal bowler with drop catches. They've dropped so many off him this season.
Yeah. This is one for you. By
Here we
Captain
go.
Fish and Trips, who says, so if my wife divorced me for watching IPL all the time, are you telling me, Rob, that is just luck?
Yeah, of course it is, because Captain Fish, if you'd have in another universe, in the next universe along, right, you marry somebody that is absolutely obsessed with cricket and wants to watch more than you do, right? And I'm not sure how healthy that is. My missus doesn't watch any cricket.
I have the same scenario where Aliza just couldn't be bothered, and I love it, because if my wife starts to have opinions on cricket and we are having fights on some stupid entry point, then that's not a fun life.
Well, my wife, we had an agreement that if she's going to cheat on me, it's going to be with Chris Gale, right? We had that agreement about 12 years ago or something. She was one of he's the only cricketer that she would put the telly on for, is Chris Gale. She loved him. But I took her. So early in our relationship, I buggered off for about a month and went to the Caribbean and watched the CPL. And
Nice.
my wife was like, "Why didn't you take me?" It's like, because I booked it before we got together. So tough, I'm going. See when I get back. And then I took her for her first game. I took her to an Ashes test at the Oval. And because it's England, it rained a lot. And it was one of the thing with Test cricket, right, is it could be incredible and it could be absolutely rubbish. But that's the same with any sport you go and watch, right?
Yeah.
And it was one of those days where it was absolutely rubbish. It was like war of attrition, but not a fun one. And they kept coming on and off for rain. So we're getting wet. She's getting grumpy. I'm trying to explain how this is good in the context of the series, but rubbish in the context of today. She's like, well, we're only here today, so I don't give a shit about the series. And we just went to the pub, and she was like, I'm never going to cricket again. Why didn't you take me to Barbados?
I was going to say, you always have the option of getting drunk, right? So, I mean,
We
how
did.
bad could it possibly be? I had, so back when you met me, right? Right before that, I had gone to the Euros, and that's an inside edge for Rishabh Pant. It's one way to score your first boundary. 76 for 3 LSG and 7.3 overs. But before that Lord's Test, I had gone to the Euros and I went to Hamburg for the quarterfinal between France and Portugal. Now, bear in mind, you don't know what the quarterfinal is going to be when you get your ticket, right? Mm-hmm. You were just going, all right, Hamburg quarter, I'll go to that one, right?
Yeah.
Turns out it's Portugal and France, and I'm like, oh my God, did I luck out? 0-0 for 120 minutes, decided on penalties. So really, it could go either way in any sport.
Yeah.
I
I've
also
been-
caught Croatia versus England semi-final
you?
in Moscow in
Oh,
2018,
wow.
and that was a cracker.
That
Loved
was
that
valuable,
game.
wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I went to Euros. I went to the final when England lost. I went to the Euros before. I went to both semis and the final. I didn't think England would get anywhere near any of that then. We had a terrible team then. That was in France, right?
Yes. Oh, wasn't that the one which was everywhere?
No, it was just
Okay.
France, I think.
Okay.
Or was it
It
France?
was one of those as well.
Yeah, I think it was just France because we went to multiple cities. Because that one I went to like 4 days after we got married. I went to the Euros. And I was like, well, I bought the tickets before we booked the wedding, so I'm going. And I went to
You bought all the tickets before you got married? To the CPL, to the Euros.
Yeah, she was a very understanding lady earlier. Well, I mean, she still is now. She's married to me, for God's sake. She's been married to me for 10 years, so she's got to be understanding, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But yeah, and now it's come almost full circle, and there's a very real chance that I actually meet Chris Gale this time next week.
Ooh, yeah. Are you going?
Wide ball. I'm going to Dubai. Yeah,
Lovely.
yeah. And if I meet Chris Gale, that is kind of life dream fulfilled.
True. I mean, you surely will, right? Like
That's
your
the plan.
friends
I never take
your
anything
friends
for
are
granted.
doing a live show with him, so should work out.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, what a man.
Am I
The
the
ultimate-
only one
the
who's not
ultimate
coming
male.
to Dubai, man? Like, what the fuck?
Like
I'm
I've
coming
been
to
to
England,
Dubai.
hopefully.
Have you been to Dubai before? You must have done.
I've been to Dubai plenty of times, but the
What do you
only
think of
way
it?
I don't end up in England in the summer or end of summer is if they reject my accreditation, and hopefully they don't do that.
Okay. Well, they shouldn't do that, should they?
You never know with the certain elements at play, man. There are agents out there who would want to block it potentially.
Yeah, the world's mad, isn't it? It's a really weird place. I always try and keep myself away from the world, if you know what I mean, and not have to deal with anyone or anything or any politics. But when the world comes along, it's always mad, isn't it?
Yeah. I might still come along. Like if we smash it at Combox and go big, then maybe they can just have me over to do some fun segments. I
What
don't
the
know.
hell do you mean if?
Yeah. When? If it happens soon enough.
I'm
Game's
just
kinda
seeing what
died.
odds I can get here. I think English is going to get bowled if that helps anyone. He got bowled last time, and he's doing that thing. He's hardly faced any balls here. He's only faced 19 balls out of 49. And I just saw him leave his stumps very, very open that last ball. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. And when he does that, he's getting itchy. He wants to start doing his rampy. He wants to start doing his scoopy. And I think he may well get bowled doing one of those things shortly.
Maybe he goes for the reverse ramp and it's a wrong gun and that cleans him up.
That'll
Right.
do. Yeah.
That could happen. Pant seems to be in a consolidation mood.
That's a very...
He's run hard on that occasion.
We
Completes the double.
did well in the end.
Yeah, so Lucknow are 82 for 3 in 8.2 overs. And if they just continue at this rate, that'll just about get them close to 200. But I don't think, like, if this pitch is getting better to bat on, that won't be enough.
No, but they're going to be under big pressure, and they have some players that are out of form. Like the openers haven't done a lot recently, and Shreyas has had a really torrid time, and another misfield concedes 4.
Yeah, that's a
And
third misfield. So
this
that's
is something
12
they
runs.
must get better at, right? They must
Yeah.
get better at this basic fielding. I think he's been a bit unfortunate with the bounce, but the intensity isn't
Cooper
there
again.
in the field.
It's Cooper twice now. I'm pretty sure that was him, but cut away by Pant should have been stopped in the circle. Wasn't. 4 runs. Lucknow 86 for 3 in 8.3 overs. 12 runs of misfields today.
Yeah, I think
9 runs of misfields, right? Or 10 runs, something like that.
I think he didn't set off early enough, and this is what I mean about being on it in the field.
Is that gone? I think that pitched outside leg.
If that is the leg stump, I'm not quite sure what shot he played. Then it did pitch out. Yes, that's pitched outside leg. I thought he might have switched, but he didn't. yeah, you just got to expect every ball to go to you, anticipate, be on your toes and all that sort of thing. And it doesn't look like Punjab are. It would be surprising if they were suddenly good at fielding, though, because they've been probably the worst of all of them. And that really is saying something.
True. And just a single this time. Do they have much firepower after these two? I mean, there's Chaudhary and there's Samat, right? Those two?
And Iron.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like one more wicket could completely derail Lucknow over here.
Anything can derail them at any time.
Yeah. A fart could derail Lucknow.
Inglis is not the person. If you said to me, Inglis has faced 20 balls, I'd be like, okay, well, he's got 50 then, hasn't he? And he's faced all of them in the power play, and he's got 50. And he's actually only faced them in 9 overs, which is 54 balls. He's only faced 20 of them, and he's only got 26. Like this is like what I'm on about when it comes to trying to predict LSG. That's nearly impossible. But there were 2 consecutive power plays.
Talking about how LSG have nothing on the line, so Inglis on most days will just throw the kitchen sink at it. Today, even more so. Hasn't happened.
Yeah, they had 2 power plays by Ram a couple of games ago. One of them they scored. I can find this.
Oh, your mic's gone again. Twist the wires.
Bloody hell. One of them they scored 9, and one of them they scored 86. And in one of them, like Marsh was 10 off 12, and the other one, see, he's playing his scoops. He's not happy here, English. He's going to get out soon, I think. One of them, like English scored all the runs, and the other one, Marsh scored all the runs. So they're just an impossible bunch to predict.
Twist the wires again. Maybe someone in the production house can help you.
Let me do some wire twisting.
It's working now, actually, but don't know what's up. Shack is in. English 26 of 21. Full toss. Carves it over backward point. Just a single. So the boundaries have dried up. Lucknow was 66 for 2 in the power play, or after the power play, which was incredible on its own, and now they just haven't scored many runs since.
How's that? You hear me?
Yeah, much better. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Very good. Sorry, everyone. It's been incredibly hot and sunny here, which I must tell everyone, because it's never that. Like 20 minutes from Manchester, we never get this weather, and it's like 30 degrees almost today, and beautiful.
Yeah, I saw KP's tweet where he was like, it's 28 degrees and it's a heat wave. Shut up and enjoy, everyone.
Oh, the thing, right. So my local cricket club has a beautiful ground, and the ground is like the villages, right? So they have a festival this weekend every year. And it's like 4 days of, hog roast and loads of different food and bands playing all the time and bars and beer festival and all that sort of stuff. It's brilliant. And went there last night, and it was great, right? The whole village comes out and the kids are playing, and there's an under-18s cricket match going on the actual cricket pitch and all that. And loads of people went down, and everyone's having a drink in the sunshine and stuff. But the amount of people that were moaning that it was hot. So this is what we want all the time, right? We actually want nice weather. So when we get it, stop moaning about it.
Yeah, well, this is a fun comment by Singer, who says, Rob, come to India, your testicles will be poached.
Is that in a kind of, anti-Rob way? In which case, fair enough. Or is it because it's so hot?
Anti-summer way, because...
Well, I lived on the very south coast of Spain for nearly 10 years. I love the heat. I have no problem with hot weather. Despite being, fat, you'd think it would kill me, but it doesn't.
I have no issues with hot weather as long as it's not humid. I have massive issues with humidity.
Yeah.
That has been played past long or mid-off for 4 by Inglis. That's a boundary after eons. The last one I remember was the inside edge for 4 by Pant. Takes Lucknow to 94 for 3 in 9.5 overs. So hopefully we can get a move on. Move on.
I think it's the full tosses are getting him going here, because they had him really, really struggling and itchy, and he's just had a couple of full tosses to get hold of. He's probably feeling a bit better, but it's such an un-English innings, this.
Yeah.
Like, he's faced half the innings. Well, he hasn't faced half the innings. He's been in for half the innings. There we go.
And I think that's got enough on it. No. Yes. Maybe 6.
Okay, this is rubbish from Arshdeep. What happened is it goes to Arshdeep in the deep, who has a man with him, but for the relay catch, right? The man coming in for the relay catch, I think may have been Shashank, but I'm not sure. But Arshdeep knows he has a man to throw it to. So what Arshdeep has to do is catch the ball and throw it to the other guy without touching the boundary rope. And what Arshdeep does is he's facing the wrong way, his body position is wrong, and he stands directly on the rope as he catches it. So it's definitely 6. That was a real good chance to get a very dangerous man out.
Yeah.
And the season is on the line here, Bayram. So he was stood in the wrong place initially, right?
Yeah, he's just stepped on the Toblerone over there.
So he stood 3 yards in from the rope when he's facing a guy that can really smoke it. And he's not a very good fielder, Arshdeep. He should be standing on the rope. If he stood on the rope, he catches that easily, right? Because he caught the difficult catch when he had to run back and jump in the air for it. But because he was stood in the wrong place, he had to run backwards, jump in the air, catch it above his head. He was off balance, and he landed, because he's a bad fielder, he landed on the rope, and it was 6. And the difference between getting English out there and English scoring 6 could be the difference between Punjab qualifying and not qualifying in this IPL. Like, these things are really important. And that is another drop from this side. And that one costs at least 6. And how many more is English going to get now?
Yeah, you never know. He was in a bit of a rut. And that pull shot might just activate him because he's gotten 6 runs off it. And even if it wasn't going to be a catch, Arshdeep could have done enough to just save the 6, right? Like, that was bare minimum.
Absolutely right, yeah.
Yeah, and 100 for 3 now in 10 overs means that Lucknow could post a total if things go in their favor. If they just bat a bit well, to be fair. But you never know with them either. They could be 140 all out after the start.
Yeah, and like I keep saying, they're so volatile, this team. Hyper volatile. Any score is kind of possible here. So they're 100, halfway through they got 100. Most teams get 200 from this point, right? They've got one set and one that's faced 12 balls. Most teams get 200. This team, they could get 150 and they could get 250. Genuinely.
Yeah. No, they could never get 250 because they will slow down in the last 5 overs. You know that.
Yeah, but what about today? Who knows?
Fair enough. Okay, so what else are you guys saying? I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about George Linder, Captain Fish and Trips. Don't think either of us want to.
What's the question about George Linder? Like, why isn't he playing?
How poorly LSG have used him. But here's one for you, Rob. Negative Spectrum asks, what's your theory for fielders always inexplicably standing 3 feet inside the boundary rope when clearly standing on the boundary rope will earn them more catches?
So how does a man have a theory about something that is inexplicable, right? And it is, that's the right word. It's inexplicable. And I think when you have Ricky Ponting in charge at these drinks breaks, right? We have a break for something every 5 minutes in the IPL, don't we? You know, for no reason. He should wander out and go, listen, if you're not standing on the rope when Inglis is on strike or Pooran is on strike or any of them are on strike, because all of these men can hit big sixes, I'm going to taser you, right? That's what's going to happen. And
I'm going to taser your nuts.
Yeah, they will soon start standing in the right place. The other question is, what's Arshdeep doing there, you know, for that shot? What's Arshdeep doing there? Because he's rubbish at fielding. Chahal is also rubbish at fielding. You have to put your good players in high traffic areas. The argument becomes for this team now, Punjab, because I would have said Connolly is a really good fielder before this.
Who has misfielded 2
right. So if you're looking at this team, you go, who are the good fielders, right? Shreyas, you'd say so. Connolly, Omarzai, fine. Marco can catch. I've seen him take stunners on the rope when he concentrates. True. And he's also 9 feet tall, so he should be standing on the rope somewhere, shouldn't he? I wouldn't say many of the rest are any good. Like I would say Shreyas are good. Shashank has been utterly hopeless the whole tournament. Shedjay, we've seen him misfield today already. Priyansh, seen him misfield today already. Prabh Simran is not a great wicketkeeper. He's done his job today, though. You got to give him credit. He something out of nowhere, didn't he? That's really good. That's a big plus for them.
Definitely.
But if they have shit fielders, they must work on it. So now Arshdeep is trying to atone for his error by coming on to bowl his second. His first got whacked all over the place by Inglis.
Expect some change of pace perhaps by Arshdeep in this over, or some wide Yorkers. Either of those two things. He's in a bit of pressure as well because Arshdeep has been in the news for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I've not really been on top of that, but from what you've been saying, it doesn't look good for what he's been doing, right?
It's just that sort of stuff does get to you mentally, right? Like, it does impact your game. I mean, it depends from player to player, but he hasn't looked very uppity as far as body language is concerned. And he was complaining as well that, and that's a fair complaint, that, you know, home games shouldn't move away from home. Another thing that the IPL fucks up.
If I'm a franchise that's worth, you know, whatever these franchises are worth, hundreds of millions,
yeah,
then I am definitely making sure that my home games are somewhere where we have an advantage, either in terms of crowd or pitch. And really, it should be both. It should be somewhere where you can pack it out with your own fans that aren't cheering for Virat Kohli or MS Dhoni. And you should have a pitch that suits your team and dimensions that suit your team, right? Boundary rope sizes that suit your team. And whether you want to pack it with spin and have the boundaries longer or the opposite, right? And I don't see that enough. And Chennai built most of their success by having a really spinny pitch at home, right? That Fortress Cheaport, wasn't it, that they all said?
It was.
And you had Jadeja and Ashwin murdering teams. And Dhoni exacting the best stumpings ever all the time, right? It should happen a lot more in cricket.
Full toss, he hasn't gotten all of it, but there's no fielder there either. Would have sailed over the rope anyway. So 6 over long on for Inglis. He continues to obliterate Arshdeep, and that takes Lucknow to 1-1-1 for 3 in 11.2 overs. Nelson for 3. I liked his plans at the start of the over. You know, slower bumpers. But then he's gone for the Yorker, missed it by a foot and a half, or maybe even more than that. And that's just a hit me ball for Inglis.
Well, he's faced 7 balls now of Arshdeep, and he scored 22 off them, right? And he's faced 19 balls off everybody else, and he scored 22 off them. And that's the game so far, right? And Arshdeep is meant to be, as he pulls him away for 4 more, he's meant to be the big dog in this attack, isn't he? He's the leader of this attack. He's the Indian international, and he's bowling crap, particularly to the most dangerous man on their team, right? He has bowled crap to Inglis here. That last ball there was basically a drag down. It was just rubbish.
Yeah, I mean,
it was really slow and much too short. Awful.
That is the exact length that Josh Inglis is hoping for, and he's got that big gap between deep mid wicket and long on as well. So it allows him to just pull through the arc, which is his strong suit, and that's a bonus boundary, 4 for free. And this time it's been carved on the offside.
Wow.
They somehow fielded it.
That's
and that
Chahal.
to Chahal. That's incredible.
What?
But that double allows English to get a 28 ball 50. So he was 26 of 21 not too long ago. And now he's 50 of 28. So that missed opportunity by Arshdeep has cost them a lot.
Well, wait a minute. What just happened, right? Because that was definitely another boundary off Arshdeep for Inglis. Like that was about 104% that was going to be a 4 when Chahal started chasing after it. And he has just done the best bit of fielding he has ever done by a million miles.
This time he ramps. And the ramp scoop will yield Josh Inglis 4 more runs. He has absolutely annihilated Arshdeep Singh over here. And it doesn't help that Arshdeep was the one who let go of that catching opportunity as well. So adding insult to injury over here is Josh Inglis. And Lucknow move along their merry way. They are 121 for 3 now in 11.5 overs. I feel like Punjab are kind of on course for a bottle job.
Well, it's having all the hallmarks of one so far, right? Because it's actually mainly down to the leader of their attack, Arshdeep, this nonsense. It's mainly his fault. I'll break it down after this ball because it's the last ball of the over now as we inexplicably have half an hour between. Here we go. Right, so Inglis has the worst result he's had off any Arshdeep ball and he only gets 1 off it. So what's happened here is he faced how many balls he faced that over? He faced 5 balls of Arshdeep that over, and he got 17. And he faced 6 balls in the first over, and he got 16. So he got 33 off 11 against Arshdeep. And Arshdeep also dropped him for 6 when he was on 31 off 25. And
31 of 23, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that sounds right. And not only did he not catch him or not help the other guy catch him or save any runs, he cost his team 6, right? It was, he trod on the rope. So he is single-handedly murdering Punjab today, Arshdeep. And he needs to get his act together now, because he's going at 17 and a half and over to one man, who is the most dangerous rank. And Inglis hasn't done anything else against anyone else.
True.
What did I say he got? 33 off 11.
Oh, is this Shashank?
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're just going funky.
Yeah, this is we don't want everyone to bowl all their overs mode. And it's
no, but
also
surely Chahal bowls this over.
Maybe they're saving him for the death.
Maybe.
Here comes the scoop, and it's missed.
Yeah. Well, the reverse ramps, when they come off, Inglis is a master, but this time he misses. This is the over, though. Even from a Lucknow perspective, you go ham.
This is the gamble over from Punjab, and it's worked in this tournament, bowling this guy, and it is also unworked in this tournament. So when they bought him on the first time, he got 2, I think, and bowled pretty well. Let's see what he can do against him.
The real fake Shashank Singh, 2 dots in a row. All right.
Aim at the stumps and you'll bowl him.
Got a super chat over here by Triple Strokes. And he says, Inglis in Punjab is a match made in heaven. Cooper Connolly is a slow starter.
It depends which Connolly turns up. I've seen him start quick and I've seen him start slow. I think he's got the most runs for Punjab this season because of the drop off in form of the other 3 big ones in their top 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been quite impressed with Cooper. I think he's good.
He's definitely good. He had such a terrible big bash, and it was a really big call to go, right, you're going to be our number 3.
Hasn't done anything in an Australian jersey either, but he's done well for Punjab. Got to give him that.
Yeah, he's been great. The season before for Perth Scorchers, he was absolutely wonderful. It's funny here. I'm looking at Inglis's numbers against Arshdeep before. He was 21 for 1 off 11 before this game against Arshdeep. 8 for 1 off 6 against Marco, so not positive matchups. Pant had a really bad matchup with Lockie, as does Inglis, as does Pooran. So Lockie would have been the one that perhaps should have got picked if they look at that sort of thing.
It's a slappy shot on the offside. They're wasting the Shashank over. It's gone for 2 runs and 4 balls.
How about this? Against Inglis, Pant and Pooran in T20 cricket, Lockie has gone for 81 runs in 78 balls, and he's taken 8 wickets.
All right.
That's nuts.
That is pretty nuts.
I don't even know if he's still at the IPL. No one tells us anything, do they?
Yeah. They also never tell us
Guess
what injury has happened. But finally, reverse ramped for just a single, is it?
Yeah. This is extremely high risk. So he's playing multiple reverse ramps, and he's 1 off 3 this over against that with that shot.
I think Shashank might have earned himself another over.
Yeah, whose overs is he eating? Is he taking
Arshdeep and Marco maybe? Because you'll bowl out Chahal. Actually, do you even bowl out Umarzai anymore? Do you give him that last over? That's another call they need to make.
Or is it Vaishak maybe that they don't want to bowl?
Vaishak didn't do all too badly. Was all right.
But he's bowled an over for 4 here.
Yeah.
And that is quite remarkable. But you know why it only went for 4? So the 12th over went for 19 runs. It's because it's the 13th over, and it happens all the time. They must have changed the ball again.
Yeah.
So
also,
19 off the 12th.
One thing that I want you to check for me is that how many overs amongst the 13 that we've seen, because the score is 126 for 3 in 13 overs, but the only thing I have kind of caught on to in this game is that either it's going over 10 runs in over and an over or under 5 runs.
Yeah, okay. I'll break it down.
Bit of a split. Yeah.
So it started off, well, we know over 12 and 13. I told you this about 6 weeks ago, everybody. So it's gone 16, 1, 3, 4, 18, 24, 5, 8, 9. That gets a bit normal there. 8, 9, 12, 3, 19, 4. So it is like that, isn't it? It's like
incredible.
They're either finding a bowler they love. Chahal's having a go at the other end.
Yeah, I mean,
So
this is his
Chahal's
last
gonna
over.
bowl out. Now, at least they are bowling him out today because he's bowled well in more than one game where he hasn't bowled out. So at least in a game that they must win, they are letting the guy that's got the most wickets.
God. That is the most
Rishabh
Pant single in the world.
He
Fell on
tried
top of
to
the
get
ball.
stumped initially.
Yeah.
Put his ice skates on, then did the
I thought he
splits.
was going to get stumped, but does well to get that ball to short third for a single. This is going to be interesting.
Why is Pant 20 off 19 here, Behram? Why is he 20 off 19?
Just mucking around.
Is he 19 off 19?
He's 19 of 18, I believe. No, he's 20 of 19.
He's something.
Yep.
I can't tell with Crick Info because they've put that last ball down as no run, so they're no help. On my screen, it says he's 20 off 19. Let's assume that's right. He should be doing better. Time to get on with it, Rishabh. Full toss again.
His feet. Inglis misses out on the full toss. Yeah, I mean, Chahal has been the standout bowler for Punjab in this innings. And we've got a super chat by Chaser, who says, the name may be Pant, but gets stuck more than a zip. Oh, I see what you're doing over there. I see the pun. I see the punt. Hey.
Now you're a dad, Behram. Your dad jokes are going to go through the roof, aren't they? Like utterly relentless dad jokes.
They were going through the roof even before I was a dad, but that's gone, dropped.
Oh dear. That is the 38th dropped catch off Chahal this IPL. An appalling innings from Rishabh Pant, really. Should have been out for 20 off 20 exactly because he hit the ball directly to the fielder. Which fielder was it this time that dropped one for Punjab? Season on the line, remember? That's a dolly.
That's
Shreyas. Is that Shreyas?
That's the skipper.
Okay, so I said he was a good fielder, so it would knock him off the good fielders list that Punjab have got. We're now down to
the weight of all these expectations.
So that should be Pant for 20 off 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get.
Well, now he falls over and just gets that or smacks that up over the short fine fielder for 4. Now he'll probably make them pay as well. Punjab are shooting themselves in the foot, and Lucknow are 134 for 3 and 13.4 overs.
Okay, so by the way, every time there's an easy drop, the next ball is a boundary. That's in the Magna Carta or something. It's just a fact. It just happens. Then, so Arshdeep dropped Inglis when he was 31. He would have been out for 31 off 24, right? So he's 58 off 35 now.
Slog swept. Does that have enough legs on it?
That's out.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
that's
so he's not been made to pay.
Rishabh Pant departs. Doesn't hurt Punjab all too much. Punjab all too much, the dropped catch. But Pant's innings was a poor one, 26 off 22. And his season has been one to forget as well.
Yeah, that was a dreadful innings. It doesn't matter. His team didn't need him today. He did his best innings when it also didn't matter. His 100 was that last season. Feels like a long time ago. But he's had a shocker this season, Rishabh Pant. I'll get his numbers in a minute. And that was a really poor innings. He got a let off from Shreyas and decided, well, if they're going to drop me, I'm just going to try and hit every ball for 6. And he got one away for 4. And then he got caught in the deep by Marco, who I said was a good fielder, and I'll stick with that. But Shreyas is now off the good fielders list and onto the bad fielders list, which is now so bloody long, I need more paper.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen about 3 to 4 misfields and 2 drop catches already in this innings, and Punjab really need to make as few errors as possible because they've got a potential playoff spot on the line. 134 for 4 now, Lucknow, after losing their skipper, Rishabh Pant. Really poor knock, 26 of 22. But 13.5 overs have been bowled already. Lucknow have this weird trend of slowing down as the overs move on, right? The death overs don't yield a lot of runs for them. And if anything, they start like anchoring it towards the death overs. In all the games that I've seen, at least the watchalongs I've been on, that's been a bit of a trend.
Yeah, it's Samad now who can smoke it, and they need to finish this innings properly, don't they? LSG, if they're going to give Punjab some nerves, I guess, or they're going to instill some madness in them. So basically, Marsh has had a good season, even though he can't be asked to play in the last game. Marsh's had a good season, played 13 games. He scored 563 runs at strike rate, 163, right? That's fine. His strike rate should have been higher because when he went big, he never really went nuts, if you know what I mean. When he got a lot of runs, he didn't do it at a big strike rate.
He was
163 sounds good.
He was scoring fast 50s, and then he wasn't really accelerating after getting to 50. But splendid spell of bowling by Yuzi Chahal. 2 for 25 for him today. And he's been the pick of the bowlers for Punjab. They need someone else to stand up over here. I mean, maybe they give Vaishak some overs. 1 to Shashank, 2 to Vaishak. Then they need Marco and Arshdeep to deliver the remaining 3 overs.
I'd give Omazai 1. They're going back to Shashank, by the way. They're giving him a second. Okay, that's interesting. And then the rest of them, Pant, 312 runs at strike rate, 138, 11 sixes in 14 games, like rubbish. Edge for 4.
Thick outside edge, 4.
English, really, really good, but he's only decided to play 5 of the matches because he likes going on holiday during competitions. Pooran, 14 games, 234 runs at a strike rate of 127. That's disgraceful.
That's abysmal.
Markram, 12 games, 231 runs at strike rate 138 because they batted him in every position, but he's not been good in any of them, right? And Badoni less than that at strike rate 152. Chowdhury played the best innings of this tournament and was rewarded for that by being dropped. So they're just shit. They're just a bad franchise and they need to sort it out. And they could rip it completely up and start again, I think, LSG.
Reverse ramp attempted yet again, and he's missed out 4th time versus Shashank, I want to say.
This is not his shot because what he wants when he plays the reverse is pace on the ball, and he doesn't get any from Shashank, so he needs to put that shot away. It's almost just medium pace, isn't it? Which is kind of dying in T20 cricket. I think it will make a comeback, Bayram, because bats are so unused to playing it, which is why he's burgled, 8 balls in without being punished so far.
I don't know if you remember the Asia Cup or not, but the Asia Cup was the tournament for medium paces. Wide delivery. Super chat by Andy B 2021, who says, who says no to a Gaikwad and Noor trade for Akshar? Isn't that giving away far too much in terms of like Noor? Right? Like Noor could be really good.
Noor has still got a very high ceiling, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He had a great season last season. He's still really young. He's been up and down this season, very inconsistent.
And this one has been bludgeoned on the offside just for a single, though. Inglis has struggled versus Shashank. He's picked up 2 over here, though, run well. But it's odd how Shashank has really been able to kind of put the brakes on Lucknow. But no, I wouldn't do that trade. Because I think Noor can be really, really good. So Akshar is also kind of old now.
Yeah, I don't think that really suits either of them. Shashank's getting away with this over. Will he get away with it? Or will he get smoked by Samad now? I assume that was only 1 run.
At the very least, you score 1 boundary off those last 2 balls if you're Lucknow.
So what are Lucknow due here? So this is, according to the market, this is a 60-40 game in favour of Punjab, right? And they're due 197. It was 66-ish at the start of this game, which is about as short as a team has been before the game has started in this IPL, but we know why. But if Samad and Chowdhury do the decent thing and get out before the end, we will get to see Tendulkar bat, which is what we all want, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what Yograj Singh also wants. I don't know if you know the reference or not. But let's just say Yuvraj's dad is an animated man who I love, by the way. I love that guy.
What, he's actually a cartoon?
Yeah, a bit of a caricature. But I think he also realizes that he's just very comfortable in his own skin. Doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got lots of time for that.
He's an authentic
He's got
caricature.
one, Bayram. He got one away.
Finally! Good on you, Joss Inglis. I mean, the length was there for this shot this time. Fuller length, and the reverse ramp comes off. 4 runs to end the over. Lucknow 147 for 4 at the end of 15. And I mean, 200's still on. In fact, they could even get to 220.
They could, yeah. Like I say, super volatile, this team. So the last time that Aryan played cricket was Goa against Kerala, the first class stuff, and he scored 36 and 24, batting at number 10. That'll do.
All right. I mean,
Oh, no, he must
get
in
some
first innings,
of that
10
batting juice, in his genes. Like, surely some of that is genetic.
Yeah, I don't know how much sport works like that. There's obviously quite a few famous father-sons in lots of different sports. But if you think about it, how many amazing pro sportsmen have had sons that have done absolutely nothing? Like, it's a tiny, tiny amount that have gone on to do anything.
True. Very few, actually, no, I'm wrong. There have been a fair few sons who have done better than their fathers. Stuart Broad, Yuvraj Singh, Johnny Bairstow. Is that it?
Ask people in the comments to tell us the correct answers to that.
Corbin Bosch.
Oh, well, that's a story and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite the story. Could be a Netflix series.
The Bosch family. Yeah, it probably will be one day. I've got a lot of Netflix sports stories saved to my phone for the journey.
Sam Curran is another one. I think I'd take him ahead of Kevin Curran. Chaser with another super chat. He says DC can play 3 overseas bowlers with Stark and Ngidi there.
They can. By the way, Stoinis is in, and they've actually done the right thing in getting Chahal off the field as soon as they can for Stoinis, who is a better fielder.
Yeah.
Even though the best piece of fielding in this game by an absolute mile was done by Chahal, and he thoroughly deserves his 2 wickets. What's this one? DC can't play 3 overseas bowlers, or can?
I think he means to say can, but he's written can't. I have no idea. But they surely can, right? Like,
yeah, but you don't want Jameson, Stark, and Ngidi, do you?
Probably don't know.
But then I don't think I would have Miller and Stubbs, the exact same player, the exact same person scoring the exact same runs, the exact same strike rate. I wouldn't.
True.
I wouldn't
Both
do that.
Finishing anchors. Varun needed to be here for this one. Oh, Chris Keynes is another one.
Oh,
did better than his dad.
Samad gets away with one. Potential run-out chance, or at least Connolly acted like he thought it was a run-out chance. Samad took hours to decide to take the run that English has already taken, if you know what I mean. So he's the striker. He's had a swing at this. He's gone. He has no idea where it's gone. It's gone behind him and aerial. Well, it's ended up going behind him because of the spin. English has said, you better take off. Connolly's had a shy at the stumps, and he probably would have been safe.
Yeah, so Singer over here is echoing the same sentiment. He's saying DC cannot play 3 overseas bowlers because they cannot play 2 finishing anchors, Stubbs and Miller. They can't not, right? Like, they have to. It goes against their ethos to not play both of them.
Yeah, it's been a really weird season for Delhi because they've had people kind of come and go and be really good and then really crap. Like Rizvi started the season incredible, didn't he? It's like 70 not out and then a 90, I think, for Rizvi. Stubbs was then took over and scored all the runs for the next few games, and then he just disappeared. And then KL got the 150, didn't he?
Yeah, and
should be the end of
they
summer.
lost that game record chase in that one. It was Punjab, and I mean he slapped that down the ground for 6 summer. I thought it was a top edge. It probably was a top edge. It's just got enough legs on it.
That's the tennis forehand, right? And he's just somehow got hot. I thought that was caught long on or long off all day long.
Yep.
And the edges.
It's not quite a top edge, but didn't middle it.
It's a bit of a leading edge almost for 6.
Yeah, it was an awkward one. The forehand works though for Samad, and that 6 takes Lucknow to 157 for 4 and 15.5 overs. This is an abomination of a comment. Doc Alchemist is saying Imamul Haq is way better than Inza Mamul Haq. I think it's a joke, but also those two.
It better be a joke.
Uncle and nephew. Imam isn't Inzi's son.
Right, okay. I didn't know they were related, to be honest.
Oh, well, you didn't see it like in the face?
He's one of my favourite ever, Inzamam.
Same.
I've got a signed picture of him right there.
Nice one. Covered
up by the Combox logo, but there is one there. The amount of run-outs he's involved with, man.
Waz was a run-out merchant as well.
Yeah. I think because of Inzamam's size, he gets more focus on it, but he should have focus on it because he was awful at running.
Yeah.
And he did run into the crowd and start trying to attack someone with a cricket bat once, didn't he?
I mean, I think they had to get Sachin on board to talk to that fan and get him to not sue Inzi. I think that's how the story goes. Sachin, being a nice bloke, probably just said, okay, I'll do this for you. The good old days of Toronto cricket. What was it? The Freedom Cup? Independence Cup? One of those weird names.
Oh, God. Yeah, maybe Freedom.
DBS Dolphin, that's most Pakistan cricketers, right? Like saying something outrageous in the media after retiring.
Pakistan just strikes me as being extremely fun. And when I was growing up, they were the team that you really don't know what's going to happen with Pakistan. They can lose from anywhere, they can win from anywhere, and you just want to watch them, right? And they have all sorts of characters. They don't hide their anger very well, I would say. Pakistan cricketers of the past, like if they're angry at each other, you tend to know about it. Whereas other teams, I mean, Afghanistan are one of the worst teams I've seen for that, actually. They love shouting at each other on the field and getting into it. Whereas teams like England tend to pretend that everything's going swimmingly and then eviscerate each other behind the scenes. But also, Pakistan have always been a great watch.
Captain Fish and Trips, I did not forget Yuvraj and Yograj. Literally one of the first names I took. But like,
no, he did, yeah.
Pakistan aren't that team anymore. They were for the longest time. That was their brand. That was their identity. And now they are just painfully predictable.
They need some new blood, Pakistan, don't they? And they need to... I think they've lost their identity. And the board changing... Shashank is bowling his third over.
Whoa! That's a call and a half.
It's because English hasn't been able to get hold of him. But I am against this decision. I think this is a bad decision. Right?
This is one over too many for Shashank.
You have to say it before it happens, right? I think this over is going to get smoked. But if he gets rid of English, because he has had English in a lot of trouble, it's inspired and well done and all the rest of it. But I'm going to say, because you have to say these things. If you're commenting live on games, you've got to say stuff before it happens rather than after, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a bad idea, but we will see. If he gets English,
I also
fair play.
think it's a bad idea, but let's see. Maybe we're both wrong. This was nothing delivery which he has wasted, Josh Inglis. In fact, it might have been there to reverse ramp Rob Barron because there was short third and he didn't do it.
When he hit the ball straight, you're just like, well, that's four. But there was long on there. So that shot was only ever going to get him one run. Because he's belted it straight, really good shot. But there's a man there, right? So it was the wrong shot.
And this time, Samad goes aerial and he tees off. Big golf swing for 6, up and over, long on. So that's exactly what Lucknow needed. And Rob Barron will have a wry smile on his face because he did kind of say this wasn't a good shout to give Shashank a third. Lucknow, after that, maximum moved to 164 for 4 and 16.2 overs, and it could all go haywire for Punjab in this over. Chaser with a super chat says, English fractionally more determined for Punjab payback.
Okay, that's a good shout. But to be fair, Punjab offered him a load of money to play for them this season, and he said, can I please go and get married? And they were like, okay. And he was like, can I please go and get married and then have a holiday for ages afterwards in the middle of the season? They said, no, bugger off, go and play for someone else. See if anybody else is stupid enough to pay you $700,000 to play for them whilst going on holiday for most of the season. And LSG put their hands up immediately and said, we'll do that because we're really stupid. So it's not Punjab's fault that he's not playing for them. It's English's fault. And no,
it's not even English's fault. He made bank by playing half a season or less than half a season. He is the ultimate winner in all of this.
Yeah. And also, he's played well enough in the games he has played to be
picked up for big money.
A really big commodity for somebody next season, right? A really valuable commodity.
So that's a fortunate boundary for Samad. Inside edge past the keeper for 4. The Shashank over has gone for 11 runs thus far, 2 deliveries to go. Lucknow 168 for 4 and 16.4 overs.
I'd have bowled Amazai instead.
Okay, we've got another super chat. Our good man Prithvi says, GPT says Sanju Samson's dad played police cricket. Okay, didn't know that. Graham Smith's dad is a club cricketer. We're talking strictly international cricketers, I feel, over here, though. It also says Mitchell Marsh is better than Jeff Marsh. Sam Curran better than Kevin Curran. Randomly said AB de Villiers' dad didn't play. Interesting.
Okay, which Marsh is the best? Because
Talent-wise, Sean. I don't know what happened over there.
Okay, I'm not sure how much I can say on live. The official line is he had a terribly bad back for the whole of his career, and I think it might have been his arm.
Do you remember the test match in South Africa where the game lasted for a day and a half? Gone.
Hang on.
Wicket for Shashank. He does get Inglis ultimately.
Wow.
Yeah, Inglis goes for 72 of 44.
So Inglis was just determined to hit the ball to that man.
Same area.
Just determined to smash it straight when they've had fielders there the whole time. That was a bizarre innings from Inglis. That.
What I don't understand is that when they had a short third, he didn't attempt the reverse ramp.
Yeah, because he's playing, like, literally, as it turned out, he's playing into their hands by hitting it to the guys that are stood there for that shot. It's like, we're going to bowl here. If you hit it straight, you're either going to score one or get caught. And he went, all right, well, I'll do that twice. And he scored one off the first one, got caught off the second. So that over that was threatening to be terrible is now good because it only went for 11, which you like shrug your shoulders at. But they've got Inglis out at a very important stage because 3 more overs of him, if he managed to get enough strike, could have been carnage. And now it's over to Mukul Chowdhury.
I just want to put this out there. Inglis ends up scoring 72 of 44. 33 of those runs came off 11 Arshdeep deliveries. So there's that.
Yeah, weird knock. He went to one shot over and over and over again and kept failing. And then his dismissal was entirely his own fault, right? It just seems a bit crazy.
Bowlers not named Arshdeep Singh. He scored 39 runs off 33 balls.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a strange game, but they're a strange team.
Yeah, but don't believe GPT with these things. I'm still not sold on AI. Feel like it's still in its infancy stages, Prithvi.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't believe it for any sports trivia or stats for sure. Like the stats stuff on it is absolutely bonkers.
Okay, so Mukul time. Why is this super chat still hanging around over here? Anyway, we've got another one. This one's from Abhay, betting friend. The 3-way top DC bowler fight is best thing tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Abbay's on Ngidi, is he? Who obviously dropped a catch and in doing so hospitalised himself, and then because of concussion protocols had to miss 3, I want to say. Let's see how that race is going now. I know it's close between the top 3. So my biggest, it's called anti-post, Bayram. Anti-post betting is bets you do for the season. So you put them on before any cricket's happened, and then you hope to pick up at the end. So my best anti-post chance or position is Connolly to get the most runs for Punjab. And the bookies, with margin, thought that was a 2.5% chance, Bayram. Okay. This is 2 days after it was announced that he was going to bat 3 for the whole season, right? Mm-hmm. So the bookies are stupid. So 40-1 I'm on for that, and he's like 33 ahead, I think. So what I really want is them to lose and him to stay 33 ahead, or at least 1 ahead.
Oh, really a wicket for Marco?
So Axar has 10. And he got 2 for once, and he's just got 1 like every other game, basically. Axar's got 10, and Gidi's got 10, and Starker's got 9 in 5 games. So that's and Gidi is favourite there, Abhay. And Gidi's favourite because Axar's only due like almost exactly 1 wicket, and Gidi's due slightly more than 1, and so is Stark, but he's 1 behind. You might lose on countback if Stark gets leveled.
Is that a 6? Is that a wicket? That's a wicket.
Out. An
Makes
actual
no mistake
catch.
In the deep. Yeah. And second wicket for Marco.
Bayram's frozen there.
170 2 for 5 or 172 for 6, in fact, in 17.5 overs. So once again, we've seen an over that's gone for no runs and a wicket has fallen.
It's Tendulkar time.
It is.
So they still have some ad there. It's disappointing that Chowdhury couldn't finish the season anywhere near how he started it. Good catch, easy enough chance, but you don't expect them to be taken anymore in this competition.
Hey, I have this weird feeling that Punjab might still bottle this. I don't know, even though they're ahead now.
Yeah, they're comfortably ahead, but they're only like, in old money, they're only like 4 to 7 to win this game. So they, what are they now? 1.57. So they're only like 64%. And they'd want to be a lot shorter than that, right? They want to be a much higher percentage than 64 because they can bugger this up. You know, the way they've been going this season, the second half of it, there's no guarantee at all that they knock 190 off. But LSG have got to get to 190 first because they buggered up the end of a lot of innings, haven't they, Berham? You were saying that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened again. I don't expect much from them in death overs batting. And here's Arjun Tendulkar. First time I'm ever getting to see him bat and off the mark with a single first ball. Marcos finished well here. Bowled a really good last over. Ends with 2 for 33. And Lucknow are 173 for 6 after 18. So can they get 27 runs off the last 2 overs? It really largely depends on Samad, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Tendulkar has had goes at opening the batting in for various teams, I believe, in the past. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. He wanted to be a bowler the whole time, I think, but he was originally doing slightly better work with the bat than the ball, I think. I'm gonna look up his numbers now. I did no work on Tendulkar in my prep for this today because I forgot that he was available. Should have guessed that he was going to play today, though. Right, let's look him up.
Vaishak is back, so that means the last over is either going to be Umarzai or Arshdeep.
Arshdeep, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they probably
Arshdeep
go
probably.
Arshdeep,
Yeah, I think they probably will go Arshdeep. This is a crucial over, though. And Arjun will get another single.
So I'm looking for evidence of Arjun being able to whack it. So he got 2023 in the SMAT, the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He got 47 off 36, batting number 6. But in 2022, he batted number 3 for Goa.
Okay.
With no success. 15 off 12 and 0 off. Oh my God. 0 off 7, batting number 3. Bloody hell. So he has batted number 3. And judging by the rest of his numbers, he absolutely shouldn't have done.
He's a false 3 in every way, then, I suppose.
So he didn't open, he batted 3. I'm sure he'd gone at the top of the order.
He's not a true 3.
No, he's not. Anyway, Samad needs to face most of these balls and he needs to hit half of them to the fence.
And if Vaishak gets Samad, then Punjab will really back themselves. Anything below 200, they should be able to get with ease. And that's a good ball. Take the single, probably. Samad, or does he deny it? What has happened?
Yeah, the camera panned away, didn't it? We don't know.
Yeah, it is a single.
Okay.
Interesting. They're the trees that are planted for every dot, right?
Oh, that's good. So they're pretending that they do actually plant them. They reckon, according to this advert, 600,000 tree saplings are planted across India.
Yeah. I need
And if you believe that, you believe anything.
Yeah, I need someone to count the number of dot deliveries and we can do the math over here.
12,000 planted in Gujarat, it said that.
Give me a boundary, Arjun. Has he given me a boundary? No.
No, he got a full toss. He chased after it and he got a couple. Fair enough. It was like a low full toss and a bit wide.
Give me one straight drive. That's it. Also, Shubhan Goel is saying Arjun got 100 on Ranji debut.
Right, okay. Forgot about that.
Yep, Singer KKR will be hoping that LSG can somehow pull this off. And then our Rajasthan lose tomorrow, and then all they need to do is win. It would be the most hilarious thing if KKR are the 4th team to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, it would. That's optimum, I think, is that KKR just burgle it from being absolutely dead and buried. In comes Vaishak.
Oh, drilled it straight
Off
down.
the toe for 1 from Arjun, who's doing fine for his 5 off 4. And over to Samad.
I sense a wicket over here. I think Vaishak's going to strike.
Well, he's got to have a pop at him, hasn't he? Who do you think bowls the last?
They're probably going to give it to Arshdeep.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's the right call, but Umerzai can also go for plenty. It's just that the batters are gone, barring Samad, that they've got no one now, Lucknow. And Samad, after some clean strikes early on, has not been able to completely maximize. And they've literally done it like the 3rd time I'm watching them, right? This might be my 3rd Lucknow watch-along. Every single time, they will just not double up from the 10-over mark. They finish slowly.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And they even do it when they have like mega set Mitchell Marsh stood there. They even do it then. Like this time, they've lost the wickets, right? So fair enough. Like Samad's still doing absolutely fine for his 23 or 14. But what they need now is like Ardian should be absolutely free hit time this ball. Big, massive swing is what he should be doing. Let's see what he does.
And he leaves it.
He leaves the ball.
He leaves the ball.
And now he reviews it for a wide. So he's going to take another 10 minutes out of the game.
Yeah. No wonder he's got a 100 on Ranji debut, because that leave would have augured well for him over there.
So he ducked left. So that shot, right, he should be ramping that and trying to flash it over, I don't know, 3rd man somewhere for 6.
Yeah. I mean, if you take Chahal's effort out, it's not much going on over here. 2 splendid first 2 overs for Azmat. And is that it? Shashank did okay.
He's done really well, Shashank. 1 for 29 off 3. You take that all day long, considering he bowled to mega set English for half of that. You take that off your part-timer. The first 2 overs of Omzai were amazing.
Yeah.
1 for 5, wasn't he?
Yep.
And then got torn apart by Badoni.
Yep.
So let's see if this definite non-wide is going to be given wide.
Well, he ducked.
Yeah.
So,
it went over his head because his head was next to his knee.
Exactly. I don't think that's a wide. I think that's a legal delivery.
What's he doing, man? He's nearly on the floor when he's left that delivery, which is the only thing, you know, that's about as free a hit as you're ever going to get. That isn't a free hit, isn't it? When there's 7 balls left and you're the inferior bat, you should be trying to hit that ball for 6 every single time, not bloody leaving it. That's criminal.
Get out, it doesn't matter, because next over the set batter will have strike, and you are dispensable at this moment. Why waste a delivery?
And why waste half an hour of our lives checking it? He's 1 meter 91, apparently.
He wanted to play that ball from his father's POV. That's what was going on over here. He was like, how would Dad have played this one? It was wide for him, so it should be wide for everyone.
Bayram, he is 1 meter 91, and that ball was 1 meter 63. Right, that's the numbers that have just come up. Yeah. So that is 28 centimeters away from being a wide. That is that much away from being a wide. That much. And he reviewed it because he was embarrassed that he left it. That is horrendous batting. Wide ball from Arshdeep.
Garbage delivery by Arshdeep.
We'll be aiming at this wide line over and over again. How many balls is going to be bowled in this over, Bayram? Because I'm going to tell you it's 9.
I think he's going to mix it up in the sense that the pace variations will be there, but he's either going to hit it into the pitch, right? Go for the back of the length delivery, or go for the wide Yorkers. And then he's going to miss 2 Yorkers and go for 6, right? Full tosses. And throw in 1 more wide in the over. So I'll go 8 balls.
Okay.
That's what'll happen.
Okay. Well, I would say we'll soon find out, but we'll find out in the half an hour that it takes.
Oh, well, he played that wide, Samad, and he probably doesn't run a single either. So that's negative runs.
Okay, so let's explain how stupid this decision is from Samad, right? Because if he leaves that ball, doesn't chase after it, it's definitely a wide, like definitely. But if you're not going to take the single, which he wasn't, then you definitely leave it anyway, right? Yeah. Because if he leaves it, he might get the wide. And if he does what he did, which is runs after it and taps it to a fielder, it's definitely a dot. This is very dumb. Cricket players are often really dumb when they're out there playing cricket, and they shouldn't be because they play cricket all the time and they get paid loads of money to do it.
And that's another wide delivery that he's played. So
yeah, so that's 2 in a row. Just stand still, let him bowl wide, and he will blink first because he's bowled rubbish today, Arshdeep, right?
Yeah.
That is almost off the cut strip, that last ball, and he's chasing them. This is so dumb from Samad.
That's 2 deliveries wasted. Should have gotten 2 runs for them, but it's 2 dots instead. And it would have been a 10 ball over at the very least had he not played those. So.
Yeah, just leave it.
He's going to continue to spam that same ball now, Arshdeep. He knows that Samad is stuck. Why?
Now Arjun has run 2 there. There probably was 2, you know.
Has he taken a single now?
No. Arjun ran 2. Arjun ran all the way there, high-fived Samad, and ran all the way back. Which means if they'd have really tried, they could have got 2.
It's 3 dots in a row now. Samad is shitting the bed. Punjab fans will be really happy with this. The great Lucknow go slow after the 10 over mark. We've seen it again. And yeah, even after all those missed fields and dropped catches, somehow Punjab will be in the driver's seat as they head into the second innings.
17 balls without a boundary here.
Finally! See, this is what I told you. He's going to bowl one into the pitch. And that one has been sent away for 6 off the pull by Abdul Samad. Is it a 6 or is it a 1 bounce 4? It's a 6.
Checking. Now, yeah, it's 6.
Yeah, well.
Well, this over has gone basically exactly how we both thought it would, except Samad has managed to turn the wides into dots.
Yep.
And for him to be net positive, he needs at least 1 more 6 in this over. Because when Arshdeep's getting spanked all over the park, 12 is the minimum you want off the last over if you're a set hitter.
Yep.
And you probably want 15. Let's see if he can bang him out the ground again.
That's a bit of a fortunate... Actually, no, he's played that well. It was another wide Yorker, and he's kind of carved it up and over short third for 4. So a 6 off the pull, followed by a 4. And that takes Lucknow to 190 for 6 and 19.5 overs. Still Punjab's game. They're not going to get 200. They should have gotten to 200 minimum. I mean, in 15 overs, they were 147 for 4. Lucknow. You get to 200 from there. Minimum.
Yeah, but LSG.
Yeah.
Can he hit the last ball for 6 and bring up Arshdeep's 50 off 3 overs? And in the field, he dropped English for 6. Yes. Not a great day for him.
Pretty rubbish.
Wide
ball?
Chases it. Given wide. Probably gets reviewed. Because he did chase after it again, Samad.
Yeah. I don't think they're reviewing it.
I would review it if I was Arshdeep. Because he stepped across by like 3 or 4 feet, and you may as well, because there's 1 ball left. They've got a review left, right?
Wants to.
Maybe everyone's fed up of watching Arshdeep bowl, this tripe.
Come on now.
They didn't
what do you want, Shreyas? You know what? They should have sent Mohammad Shami. Unknown, nobody is correct.
We should all, we really want to watch Shami bat, don't we? Come on, somehow pump him.
Shami at 8. Another wide.
Good leave.
There we go.
Okay. We got the 10 balls.
Uh-huh. We could have gotten like 13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, this is the 9th ball coming now. Okay. Sorry. But
he's going to deliver a no ball soon, isn't he? Like, it's going to go beyond the pitch.
So he's 48 off 17 legal balls now, Arshdeep.
All right, end the innings already. Come on now. And that has been carved.
4.
Beyond the fielder at short third for 4. A good end to the innings, I suppose, given that they didn't seem to be on course for even 196. But that's what they've managed, Lucknow. 196 for 6 in 20 overs. Arshdeep goes for none for 52 in his 3 overs. It's been an evening to forget for him. He also dropped a catch. And 197 to win for Punjab. They need those 197 runs if they want to stand a chance for playoff qualification. And bit of a weird innings, but I've enjoyed it.
Ditto.
Yeah. All right, then, folks, we shall see you in the second innings where Punjab will have to chase down 197. And till then, we will be taking a short break. Stay with us. Watch whatever the guys in production play for you in the meantime. And we'll see you in the second innings. Cheers.
You're watching every game this season. Every six, every wicket, every batter. But the final, you watch with me.
Stars Play, in partnership with Combox, presents the ultimate IPL final watch party
31st May at the Coca-Cola Arena.
with legendary cricketers Robin Uthappa, Sri Sant, Angelo Matthews, and Universe boss Chris Gale. Buy your tickets now at Coca-ColaArena.com or PlatinumList.net.
Gentlemen, to episode 100 of the Foot.
And that, as you said, that wasn't the case. And like a lot of my friends were terrified of this big burly guy with the beard and and he kind of looked a bit scary at times, but he wasn't really that kind of person, which allowed him to kind of fit in with those kinds of people, but then also probably fit in more with other kinds of people as well as it went on. So he was a little bit different. And if you think of Dennis Lillee, there's an element of that in Dennis Lillee of he's seen as I said, this rock and roll star, but actually, as you said, he's a brand, right? Like Dennis Lillee is one of the first Australian athletes who's a genuine brand and thinks about branding, right? He's also writing books about, diet and being professional and all this sort of stuff, right? So Dennis Lillee was a bit like that as well. And I think the image was maybe slightly different. There are, if you compare them to say Tomo or Rodney Hogg, Tomo and Rodney Hogg are the guys you're really talking about, right? Those are the guys who lived that hard life and whatever. Lillee was a bit different, but he didn't look that way. He looked more unkempt than them. And I think my dad was kind of similar to that in that, he went fishing and he drank and he smoked and he swore, but he actually had a very tender side to him that maybe his physical demeanor or physical looks didn't always match exactly how he was.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you go back in that age or era, you kind of associate all of those things to the men or Australian men of that time, where you've got the facial hair, you do swear, you do love your alcohol, right? And especially when it comes to beer, I feel like your dad and I might have a few things in common. I also feel like, whilst in that era there was a lot of toxic masculinity, having even met your father, I just didn't kind of locate that at all. And it seems to be the same way from your book. And you yourself, were a bit of a miracle as well. Like your parents married late.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Your parents married later compared to, their peers and people who they were growing up with. And then you... you couldn't have not been as well, because they had a lot of trouble conceiving, to the point that people would taunt your dad. I think someone said that he has no balls or something like that.
Not someone. My grandmother said that to him. My mum's mum said that to him. And she was, one day I'll write a story about her if you think what a life she lived. But she said, she said to my mum, why did you marry a man with no balls? And so just to explain it, like both my parents come from very poor backgrounds. My dad grew up in a house at one stage that didn't have electricity, as his parents were trying to better themselves. My mum came from originally from council estate in inner city Melbourne, and then she moved out to the west, which was quite full on. And most of their friends were getting married and having children at 18, 19, 20. And so they get married, I think, in their mid-20s, which is really, really a lot later. So most of my parents' friends, I was a baby, and their kids were like 8, 12, 14. Like I was very much. And as you said, my parents then spent 6 or 7 years trying to conceive and I wouldn't say had given up on it, but had just assumed that it wasn't going to happen, right? Like that it wasn't going to happen. And then out of nowhere, I mean, I'm using your words here, Bayram, a miracle.
Yeah, super late miracle child. And when I was reading that bit in the book, I could draw a lot of parallels with like Pakistani society, because everyone is on your case. You should get married, this, that, the other. And then as soon as you get married, people want you to have children. So I could kind of somewhat relate to your parents back in those days where they had trouble conceiving and they married late and they had to get or bear the brunt of all of that pressure of that time. It is quite a fascinating parallel.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it was more so from my mum's side. My dad's side were a little bit more understanding, I think, at that stage. But my mum's side is, you know, sort of Irish Catholic backgrounds, a long way back. We're really just Australian, but they pretend they're Irish Catholic. And, you know, Irish Catholics are supposed to have like 28 children, right? Like that's kind of the thing. And so, yeah, it was, and also it was a societal thing of, it just felt like everyone was pushed to have, you know, Australia has this very weird sort of, I wouldn't say it's anti-education because I think that's the wrong way of putting it, but this whole thing of like, you have to have your children, you have to get a good job, buy a house, have children really, really quickly, one after the other. And it's not like in Asian societies where you know, the family helps you with a house or whatever. You're supposed to be on your 2 feet by about the age of 22, 23. And if you're not on your, and this will come back later in the story, of course, if you're not on your feet by that stage, you are an outlier. And my parents weren't trying to be outliers. Just, you know, my mum dated, you know, quite a bit, but she never really found the guy that she, you know, that she had a connection with. And my dad wasn't, you know, just didn't date all that much. And then suddenly meets my mum, and obviously, and then they expect to have children straight away. And it takes, I think it took them about 7 years, which is, you know, quite a long time when you're also marrying 3 or 4 years after everyone else.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway, more on the story later. I think it's time to take a break. You guys are watching Footmarks with Jared and Behram, and we'll be back in like half a minute, so go nowhere.
Ross Taylor couldn't see at night or when the clouds were in. Eventually, he had to see an eye specialist who would fix his eyesight. In the 2 years before the change, he still averaged more than 50 in international cricket. The top level of batting talent can basically see in the dark. That is who we are talking about in our new book, The Art of Batting. Head over and order your copy today.
Welcome back to Footmarks. You guys are with Jared and Behram, and we are discussing Jared's book, The Lily of Campbellfield. Let's talk a bit about the Lily of Campbellfield, right? Your father, Peter Kimber, or as he was known, PK, or the Rig, which was or Fig, sorry. Fig was firing.
I was going to say Rig,
right?
I don't think the Rig nickname existed in the 70s. If you have a look at some of the athletes that played for Australia.
Absolutely. But we've also established the fact that, you know, whilst he looked like that Australian macho man, and he had some of those habits, like he was a bloke's bloke and he loved his alcohol. But, you know, there was that tender side to him. He was actually also super supportive of your mum during her pregnancy. And I want to talk about him from the get-go. As you said, he didn't come from a lot of privilege. And your dad was a natural athlete to the point where he could play anything, right? Football, cricket, he was a high jumper. His brothers were jealous of his athleticism, right? But he wasn't particularly good at school. He didn't really care for it that much, and then didn't graduate high school and ended up in those office jobs where you have clerk jobs and you would slowly move up the ladder, right? So you obviously grew up watching your dad go through all of that, and you had a relationship with him on the cricket field and playing any sort of sport, and he was your hero over there. You idolized him. You kind of wanted to be like him. And then at home, there was this other guy who was kind of struggling with where he was at with life, but he was pushing on. He was pushing hard, and he wanted to work hard enough to provide for his family and to kind of, you know, give them the best life possible. What was it like looking at your dad or seeing him as this figure in your life growing up?
Yeah, it was really interesting. I missed all of his athletic sort of right? Because when he was a great athlete was when he was quite young, and you know, the alcohol I think took over, and he enjoyed his life, I think it's fair to say. And so he was still very skillful at sport, so I never really saw that. But you could see with the skill, like, you know, his ability to do simple things with the cricket ball that, you know, was just remarkable. And he could probably still do it now if he could roll his arm over, like that sort of stuff. But yeah, both of his, so just to give you a very brief backstory on my family, my grandfather was an orphan and grew up in an orphanage. And it's because he was born out of wedlock. And so he, goes on to become a school teacher and then a principal, but after working in a box factory. So when my parents were, when my dad was growing up, they didn't have a lot of money, and my grandfather was trying to exchange things. But both of his brothers go on to university and become teachers and work in education. And my dad gets kicked out of high school. I think we now probably know with my, with my recent diagnosis, he probably has some of the neurodiversity that I have as well. And his way of probably coping with that was the hard living, drinking, smoking stuff, right? And all that sort of stuff. And what it means is, as you say, he gets these clerking type jobs. He's very good at those sorts of things. Even though he's a big, strong guy, he's not particularly, great with sort of manual labor sort of stuff. But he's very good with this sort of organizational thing. But he'll get to a position in a company, start to work his way up, and then just as he gets up, he'll be laid off. The company will be downsized, it will change or whatever. And that happens 3 times to him. And so even when he's having success, he has to go back to the beginning again and start up. And he doesn't have university degrees, and he doesn't have management on his CV or anything like that. So when he goes to a new company, again, he has to start up at the clerk. And so you see this guy sort of obviously working really hard and everything else, and getting to a position where he's like, finally I'm going to check, and then it drops off again. And so that happens 3 times, I think, by the time I was 18. Maybe the last one was, I might have been around 20. I can't remember when the last one happened. So you see a guy he does work really hard. Like, that was one of his big things, was he was an incredibly hard worker. And he's very good at, a bit like me, he's very good at sort of pattern recognition and systems stuff, right? So that's a hard thing to sell to an external person. But when you're working for a company and he'll be like, oh, well, we could save $3 million by doing this. Suddenly the company's like, oh, okay, well, we need to give PK a step up here. But as I said, it's not his fault. He's not being fired from any of these jobs. It's literally the company is downsizing, and his position is one of the harder ones to explain, because he's kind of made his own position in this company. And so he keeps going. So when I was young, I remember him being a lot more happy-go-lucky, a lot more naturally fun. And I think by the time I got to 13, 14, and he'd been let go of 2 of these positions, there was a part of him that was just like, maybe I'm never going to get to the level that I thought I was going to get to now, right? And so he was struggling against this. And so we weren't poor, but we were very, very working class, as in there was no backup. Right. So, if my dad was out of work for 8 or 9 months, which sometimes happened, my mum was like a library tech. She didn't get paid a lot of money. So we would go back to not being able to do anything. We'd buy food in bulk. I never went on a plane until I worked for an airline. Right. The idea of us buying a plane ticket was so beyond our family's expectations. I didn't have PlayStations. We didn't even have a VCR, right? Like all these sort of things that all my friends had, we were sort of at the lower end of that. A part of it is because my parents are quite financially stable, and they don't like to go out of their way. But a lot of it was just that at the fact we were probably going to buy a VCR, my dad would lose his job. Right. And so then we're back at the end of that again. And these things just kept happening to us again and again.
Yeah, I mean, he was made to feel redundant, or not feel redundant, but his role within the company was made redundant, right? And that's why he kept kind of going through those motions. And I mean, with respect to your dad, do you think a lot of it might have come down to the fact that he was this prodigious, athlete when he was young? And everyone was, talking about him. He was a popular guy on the field. And then as he grew older, the belly kind of, extended. And whilst he was still pretty good at cricket, as you say, and his outswinger was killer, things kind of made him feel not as important in life anymore because of the work situation. And maybe it all comes down to bad self-narrative with all the mental battles and the body giving up, right? Like, whilst reading this book, I really thought about the self-talk thing in particular, because, ultimately you want to be recognized. And I feel like your father kind of maybe missed out on that a bit.
Yeah, I think he has the same issue that I go through years later, which is we were smart, but we weren't made for school. The way that school was set up was just not for us. And as I said, now both of us would probably be diagnosed with some sort of neurodiverse thing, and people will work because he is very smart in really specific tasks. He's hyper intelligent, right? But he's really bad at other things, like comically bad sometimes at simple things. And I do think that first, like he's got his older brother is like already a star and going to university. His younger brother is getting, really, really good grades. He's good on the field, but is then kicked out of school. And then I think when that happens, I think that he kind of, this is probably more for him to talk about, but I think there was an element where he just never quite overcame that.
You're watching every game this season. Every six, every wicket, every battle. But the final, you watch with me.
Stars Play, in partnership with Combox, presents the ultimate IPL final watch party.
31st May at the Coca-Cola Arena.
With legendary cricketers Robin Uthappa, Sri Sant, Angelo Matthews, and Universe boss Chris Gale. Buy your tickets now at Coca-ColaArena.com or PlatinumList.net.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Combox Live, where the game lives on. And you're with Behram and Rob once again. And we've got a wicket first ball by Mohammad Shami. Priyansharia, on your bike.
Yeah, went short. Priyansh, in bad form, has been struggling of late. We all know how talented he is. Shami has just landed one exactly where he wants to, basically. Short ball. It's kind of cramped him. He's played the shot anyway. Like, no reason to go through with the shot. He's tried to pull it for six, and it's just lobbed up at mid-wicket to Aryan Tendulkar, who takes a very easy catch. No guarantee they're going to be caught, but it's 0 for 1, and that's not what you need when you're Punjab. It is now, for the first time today, Lucknow are favourites to win this match.
All right, then. Yeah, it's the worst possible start that Punjab would have imagined in the second innings. Shami strikes, and Priyansharia, who was quite explosive in the first half of this tournament, he walks back for a golden duck. A wide ball to follow, so 1 for 1 after one delivery. Punjab, they need to chase down 197 to give themselves a shot at playoff qualification. There are no guarantees, of course. If Rajasthan win their game, they would still not make it. But my gut feeling of Punjab bottling this is slowly coming to fruition.
It's certainly looking that way. Connolly's the only one of the top four that's been in any form, so they need him to get going. He's away for first legal ball.
Yeah, off the mark with a flick to the fine leg fence for 4. I mean, he's looked good this season as well. You might well win your bet now because he's 37 plus. Right? Who's the next best guy in terms of run scorers? So anything can happen here.
But obviously, if they qualify, they'll all get some more goes to go past him. So what I really want is Punjab to lose and no one to get 40 more than Connolly.
Right.
I think Shreyas is like 75 behind, something like that.
And this time Cooper punches it off the back foot. No run. 5 for 1 Punjab in 3 balls.
Punjab favourites again after that boundary.
Yeah. Also, why do you mispronounce Punjab? Pun is an English word.
Well, I've always said Punjab, and I've heard Punjab, and I've heard Punjab. I don't know what the right pronunciation is. What is it? What do you say?
Punjab.
Punjab.
Yeah.
Punjab.
Yep.
So not Punjab, Punjab.
No, Punjab.
Okay,
because
I can do that.
Ab
Sorry,
is
everyone.
water and Punj will be 5, so the land of 5 rivers. That's the etymology. And
4
cut
more.
away for 4. Threw his hands at that. Cooper. He's off to a rollicking start. Punjab will want that. And so Shami takes a wicket off his first ball, but then there's a wide and 2 boundaries conceded, and Punjab are 9 for 1 after 4 balls. So that's a rubbish delivery.
Yes.
Didn't have to do much.
Yes, it is.
Just slash at it. And 4 runs added to the kitty. Now you're 41 plus. Now I'm invested in this. I'm more invested in your bet than I am in Punjab's qualification.
Yeah, I could really do with it because it's not been a great IPL, and I haven't had a bad IPL for a long time, and I'm barely making anything this IPL. And if he wins, I will at least have something back from.
Well, that should take care of your Dubai ticket, air travel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Priyansh looks very unhappy that he's out, but he didn't have to play at that bouncer from Shami. Like if you get a good bouncer first ball, you don't have to try and hit it for 6. When you must win the match to stay in the competition.
Mm-hmm. Well, punter looks pretty displeased. Here we go. Shami with the hair transplant. Wide delivery once again. 2 wides, 2 fours, 1 wicket. And we still haven't gotten through the first over.
Yes, it's a bit of everything, this, isn't it?
It really is.
So one thing LSG have been good at this IPL is having the highest opening partnership. They've done that 10 times out of 13, and that's mainly down to Shami. And when he didn't play, was it last game he didn't play?
Yeah.
Against Raj, they got 109. But yeah, it was a good ball first up today. He's not bowled many since in this over, but it gets away with, what's that, 10 off the over?
Yeah, 10 for 1 Punjab after 1 over. They require 187 runs in 19 overs. And is Baby Tendulkar going to bowl the other over with the new ball?
Yeah, so the only thing he can do really is power play bowl or burgle that over in just after a wicket. So you got to bowl him now. If you're going to bowl him, you got to bowl him right now.
Yeah. Take a look at this horse, though, in the advertisement.
No, not watching adverts. He they get in my head if I pay any attention. So that's an advert for Coke, is it? And
some sort of energy drink, I reckon.
Okay. Fine.
So I think horsepower might be the joke. I have no idea. Yes, Singer, he did get married recently.
Prince.
But he'll always be Baby Tendulkar. He'll never be Daddy Tendulkar, will he?
No,
That ain't gonna happen.
Prince is bowling this over, by the way.
Interesting. Good first ball. Prab
Right
Simran
on the
was
money.
good behind the stumps today.
He was.
Let's see if he can do something with the bat. Punjab will be hoping that he can. He's facing royalty, Prab Simran.
Yeah, get him out, Prince. Nobody wants Prab Simran runs today.
Not Rob Barron, no. Definitely
him
not.
out. I'll give you a good bet tomorrow, everybody. There are some people that think Rahane's run line should be 23.5. That is too many, even if it is a dead rubber that no one cares about. What's Rahane been getting recently? It doesn't feel like he's been getting 23 very often. 21, 14, 19, 13, 43, 10, 0, 0, 28. Okay. It's not 23 then, is it?
Nope. So Ishir Rob placed a bet prior to the tournament that Cooper Connolly will be Punjab's highest run scorer. And he is leading by 41 runs to be exact right now. But
40 to 1 though, right? 40 to 1
Yeah.
is the sort of price that you get off the number
that's
7.
4.
Like Stamad is 40 to 1 or whatever. We'll take that.
Some lazy work by Badoni in the field. He's crossed out that 4 that he scored. The clip off the legs, right? Essentially. And Cooper is now 45 runs in the clear for Rob to win. It's just a clip off the hips for 4. And that takes Punjab to 15 for 1 and 1.3 overs. Ribu Ganguly with a super chat who asks, how many would Punjab win if the great Ricky Ponting was allowed to bat? Well, he would be playing as opener, I assume?
He was never any good at T20s though, Ricky, was he?
Yeah, not really. So I don't know, man. And that's another boundary. This time through
I
the
guess
covers.
so. When I read his 05 book, Ash's Diary, recently, and he gives T20 no time. He's like, "This is a joke. It's just a muck about. No one cares. It's rubbish." Like it's, and so he played it at the very end of his career and didn't take it seriously at all. They had that farcical season of Pondulkar, didn't they, in the IPL? Him and Sachin opening for Mumbai for 1 year. Neither of them were any good by then. He probably would have been good at it if he played it earlier in his career, as Connolly
And
gets
that could be a
2
third
or
four.
3
No.
or 4 or
The fielder just got
how
enough
many?
hand
Just
on
2.
that.
Lazy.
Yeah, 2 runs. So clip off the hips, then an agricultural cover drive for 4, and now he's picked up 2 runs as well. So Cooper is going to win Rob some money, it seems. If Punjab lose this, that would be great for you.
Yeah, as long as perhaps Simran doesn't score like 40 more than him, then great. But yeah, Punjab are now comfortable favourites again. Shows how much it swings. They're like 62%.
And a
Connolly
pull,
gets lucky.
miscued, falls in no man's land. Yeah, so 21 for 1 Punjab after the end of 2 overs. Also, doesn't Rick Chin have a better ring to it than Pondulkar?
Nope.
Pondulkar it is.
No, it doesn't.
Tenting? Tenting definitely doesn't have it.
No, it doesn't. Connolly's hat, some people call it a helmet. Connolly's helmet is too big for him. And it just fell over his eyes when he miscued that shot. So he should...
What do you make of his haircut?
Rubbish, but young Australian men, part of their thing is having the worst haircut they can have. I don't know if you've ever watched the rugby league over there, whatever they call it. And what's that other silly game? Aussie Rules. Go and look at the haircuts, man. Like some of the most ridiculous haircuts you're ever going to see. It's like, let's look as stupid as we can. It's not just mullets. It's like half-shaved mullets and stupid little moustaches as well. Think Adam Zampa on his bad hair days every day for all these guys. Yeah, I think it's a young Aussie bloke thing.
All right, Shami's back. I think they make the mullet mainstream, really. Australians. Mitchell Marsh has had some weird haircuts over the years.
Yeah, young Aussie man, you see. It's what they do. A nation that is has been forever looking for its identity. But they had an identity
Big
as
fuck
being
off mustache with a
big tough
tall
men,
boy.
right? Big tough men's men, and now they're the complete opposite. They're all a bunch of wuss boys, the Aussies.
They're
Bursting into tears when they get caught for cheating, for
Oh,
example.
bowled him!
They bowled. That's not good
Shami
news.
has eliminated Cooper Connolly. His off pole has been sent to a vacation, and that is not good for Rob Barron because
That is not
Cooper will
good.
have to depart for a 10-ball 18, and Shami is 2 for 11 in 1.2 overs. Punjab 22 for 2 in 2.2 overs as well. So, I mean, if Prabh Simran fails and Punjab get knocked out, you're still in the money.
Oh yeah, we need Prabh
Just a
Simran to
very-
get less than 40.
Very lazy shot by Cooper on that occasion and didn't even swing through the line properly. Wasn't that good a delivery, honestly?
No, a bit lazy. Like, they're not playing like a team that must definitely win, are they?
Yeah, no. They're looking like a team which we'll talk about for years to come, that after 7 games they had won 6 and, one was a washout. And then they lost 7 and missed out on a playoff spot. So Mohammad Shami is on one. Punjab are 22 for 2 in 2.2 overs. 2's all over. Even Prabh Simran is on 2 of 3. Rob's bet is in how much danger? Let me do some quick math over here.
Well, he needs
18.
50. Prab needs
Yeah, he
50
does.
and Shreyas needs less than 94, please. So 50
All right.
is about 1 in 4 and a bit. 1 in 4, let's say, from here. He's probably due 25, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I've got nothing on the line over here. I don't even have any allegiances. So I just want my friend to make some money. Sorry, Punjab fans.
Yes, please. So what they have at the crease now is 2 guys that aren't in much form at all. Shreyas, definitely not. He's been struggling against pace bowling, particularly short pace bowling. And Prab has been in and out, like I would say, inconsistent this season. Like he got 50 a couple of games ago. He's not out of form, but like listen to these scores: 2, 57, 18, 3, 15, 59, 76, 0. He would start the season great with his 50, and then he got 80 not out, I think. But yeah, just searching for consistency, and that's the trouble with this batting lineup, right? It's got loads of good bats, but if they get out of form and they get inconsistent, then they can lose loads of games, which is what's happened.
Yeah, and right now they are under the pump, feeling all the heat in the world. 22 for 2 in 2.4 overs. So, yes, this has been a high-scoring IPL, but under pressure, chasing 197, losing 2 of your better batters who have performed earlier in the season, that's not an ideal situation to be in for Punjab.
No.
These 2, there has to be this pair which gets them over the line. I feel like they have to do the bulk of the scoring. I mean, Stoinis has had a decent season, so there's that option. But right now they're not.
Oh, here we
Okay
go.
then. Some
Misfields
comical
everywhere.
fielding. 2 fielders fell on top of that ball and it still skidded past them to the long off region for 4. So that's a bonus boundary for Shreyas. Gets off the mark as well with that 4, and Punjab are 26 for 2 in 2.5 overs.
The double misfield for 4 there.
Yes.
He thought he scored 0 from that ball, and
Yeah.
one fielder got in the other one's line of sight and misfielded it, causing the other one to misfield.
Yeah. Synchronized misfielding.
Get him, Shami. Get him.
And he's just been
Lovely
clipped
shot.
off the pads by Shreyas for 4. So a strong end for Punjab to the over. They move to 30 for 2 in 3 overs. Shami 2 for 19 in 2 power play overs. They probably hold him back now. Or do they just go all guns blazing? Give him a third.
I don't think Shami's a particularly good death bowler, so I would give him a third. Yeah. And not a fourth because he's a bit too old now to be rolling 4 on the reel, I think.
Yeah. You also want Shreyas to do the bulk of the scoring in this partnership and then Punjab to lose because Prab has to go below 50.
Let's get him out right now, please. I had a they call it a sweat, Behram, when you're like close to winning loads of money and you have to endure the torture before you get home. And the ultimate one of them I had was managed to get loads of money away on Alex Hales to be Big Bash scorer one year. He did win 16 to 1 they were, which is a stupid price. But the only way it could lose was if Vince went 100 in the last 2 games of the season.
And he won
And obviously he
100.
got 100 in the first, in the semi, and then he was arrowing in on getting 100 in the final, and he got dropped on like 90, and I was like, and he needed like maybe 8 more to kill me,
It's always a drop catch with you, isn't it?
and it was worth many thousands of pounds, and somebody took a catch. Let's have a look. Hales.
Do you remember the year?
No, I want to say 2022, but I'm really bad at knowing what year anything is.
I mean,
You talk
very
for a
recently,
minute and I'll find it.
Very recently, you forgot your wedding anniversary as well. So,
Yeah, who cares?
did you win this bet or lose this bet? Just tell
I
me.
won that one.
Okay.
Right,
So
get
Mohsin
Crab
Khan is
out.
in. All right, so that's the table for you. And Punjab really need this W over here. These 2 points would propel them to number 4, and then they need to hope and pray that Rajasthan lose tomorrow to Mumbai.
2020, 2021 it was.
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
it
I
gets
needed.
dropped on 90. What happens then?
So go away, Prab. Stop scoring runs. Stop misfielding, everyone. So I needed in the final of the Big Bash, I needed Vince to get less than 102 for many, many thousands of pounds. So you're like, well, I'm safe. Everything's fine. And then they just kept dropping him over and over again at the start of his innings. I was like, oh, okay, fine. And then he got up all the way to 95 and then he got out. So it was like the ultimate sweat. And finally won for the good guys and got
Cut
over
away for 4 by Shreyas Iyer. So he's finding some form out there in the middle, the skipper of Punjab, and his team is 37 for 2 now in 3.4 overs. Scoring rate's just about fine, but in these sort of pressure run chases, anything can happen. And cricket is a funny sport.
Cricket is a very silly sport. Yeah, Bancroft.
As Rob has just told you.
My good friend Bancroft dropped him when he was on 92.
That was him taking revenge for years later, because you know how he has great foresight, right? He knows exactly how he will be feeling in the future.
So I'm looking at the Cricket Info commentary. They dropped him on 82. Marsh dropped it. They dropped him on 92. And I was like, the universe absolutely hates me. I am never allowed nice things. And then finally they got him just in time. Anyway, enough about my bets from a million years ago. Let's win one today and get rid of Prab, if you please. Mohsin. So Mohsin matches up very well against Shreyas, by the way.
And Shreyas has crunched him through the covers for 4. So commentator's curse for Mohsin. And that boundary takes Punjab to 41 for 2 at the end of 4 overs. So they're slightly ahead of the scoring rate, but they've lost 2 wickets, so this could be fun.
How about this for some numbers? Before this over, Shreyas Iyer has faced 22 balls of Mohsin Khan. He scored 6 runs.
Wow.
6 off 22 for 1 wicket as well. So 6 for 1 off 22.
He's turned that
Prab
tide around.
Simran matches up quite well against this team, except 27 for 2 off 16 against Digvesh. And they made a mistake again, Bayram, because although, to be fair, Digvesh is now bowling over number 5, which surprises me.
Yeah.
They subbed out Inglis, who is an infinitely better fielder than Digvesh, at the innings break. Now, I don't get that. Maybe they're saying, oh, we want Digvesh to get used to it and get into the game and be out there and all that sort of thing. But if the ball is whacked at Inglis, he's more likely to do something good for you than if it's Digvesh.
Also, you had the option of subbing out Arshin Kulkarni. I mean, that was always there on the table.
Yeah.
But they opted not to do that because why have a specialist keeper in the field
Catch that.
who can a few runs, and this was skied.
Annoying.
Survives. Prab Simran falls in no man's land. He picks up 2. Punjab 43 for 2 in 4.1 overs.
So yeah, it was edged up. Didn't know where it was going, and it lands in no man's land over square leg.
So this is clear by Prem Braj. Prem Braj has mentioned how Inglis did have a finger injury or something, so that's probably the reason.
Okay.
He's stress drinking his Diet Coke, everyone. This is
I'm giving it up. I'm giving it up after the
sweat
IPL because it's
in
definitely going
real
to kill
time.
me.
Yeah.
I have to give it up at the end of the IPL or I'm going to die.
How about this? You have been told by the doctor that 1 more Diet Coke will kill you, and Christopher Henry Gale offers you 1.
No, I'm not. I'm not accepting death to accept a drink from Chris Gale. That's an easy question. Midfield to turn a single into a 4 for Prab.
Good late cut though for 4, but yeah, the fielding hasn't been particularly good.
That's Mohsin, I think. That's rubbish. That's really bad. Here's Digvesh again.
So a misfield and a double misfield for Punjab already. And this time he's been pumped down the ground, Digvesh, but that ball doesn't have enough legs on it, so won't be a boundary. Okay, let me make this interesting. Gale offers you a Diet Coke. You won't accept death for it. But what if the scenario is that you will lose a finger?
No, I'm not drinking a can of Coke at the expense of a finger, you maniac.
Fingernail. What
Sure.
about fingernail? Okay,
Sure.
there we go.
4 runs. Come on.
Yeah. This
Come
is
on,
just
team.
poor stuff from Digvesh and gets down on one knee, smacks that up and over, short fine for 4. Prab Simran. Punjab looking good to chase this down now. After these boundaries, they are 53 for 2 in 4.4 overs. And yeah, Rob, maybe if they are to outscore Cooper, either of these guys, maybe then it's useful for you for Punjab to qualify for the playoffs. Right?
Yeah, so it's all that the disaster is they lose and Prab goes past him, right? That's the disaster. But if Prab is to go past him, then they can at least win to give us more chance in the playoffs, right? But I'd much rather they just kill them now, LSG.
Yeah. You're trusting LSG to kill someone? I mean, they can only kill themselves.
Yeah. As Pant flicks one past his own stumps when the man's in. Rubbish over from Digvesh, that. Rubbish. And rubbish fielding from the team.
Yep. It's not looking good for Lucknow right now, but Punjab can, hit the panic button as well. You never know. Aldehyde says Rob Cardinal mistake is expecting from LSG a good fucking team. Absolutely. Spot on, Aldehyde.
So it's 70-30 in favour of Punjab now in the market.
Well, 1 wicket will change that surely.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I could have played this over well, honestly. That's how poor it was by Digvesh. And at the end of 5, Punjab are 55 for 2.
I don't understand the reason, the thinking behind bowling spin to Shreyas early. Daft. He's absolutely incredible against spin. No one's got him out. No spinner's got him out this season. And 9 pacers have got him out. It just came up on the screen. So bowl pace at him. You know, give him some more chamois at his face. Maybe he'll get that now. But it seems mad to bowl Digvesh. Digvesh is not Narayan, is he?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. But Prem Braj has an important question for you. Diet Coke or Coke Zero?
Any of it. It's all terrible, and I love all of it. If I had to, I guess Diet Coke, but they're both about the same, I think. I've now totally gone off Pepsi Max. I'm trying to kill myself with it so that I hate it and never want to drink it ever again.
I mean, there is the option of cracking open a cold one, but you've opted for soft drinks, which makes me judge you a little, but that's fine.
I used to, the fridge behind me that's full of Pepsi Max now used to be full of beers. And if I had a good result, I would drink one. But when you're running well, you end up getting really pissed, and that's no good for anyone. It's moving a little bit in here.
I mean, if you're harming your body, might as well have a good time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's how I look at it. So, Shami wasn't given a third on the power play.
No. I think when he was getting the wickets, you might as well stick with him because he hasn't got that many wickets this season. He's tended to get one early in his spell, and that's it. I definitely would have kept him on. But we have more Prince, and Prince is very good at bowling.
Give us
Come
a
on,
wicket,
Prince.
Prince.
So a hat-trick, Prince. Not the full
Oh! I mean,
chance.
tough
He
full
kicked
toss to face because half Yorker, half full toss kind of cramped the batter for room. They've run a quick single, though. Apti says, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't drink cokes, I don't eat fast food. For months, basically, going out with me is horrible for people.
Sounds really boring.
Depends on how good you are in bed now, because that's the only saving grace over here for you.
Just do all of them now. In the next hour. And let us know how you get on. Definitely don't smoke. That's a rubbish idea. The only chance Prince had of affecting the run out of Shreyas there was by kicking it to his own stumps because he didn't have time to bend down and throw the ball at the stumps, which is what he did. Prince aborts his run up and looks like he may
done
have
himself?
hamstring he's holding.
I think Prince is hamstrung, and that might be the end of his season.
Because you absolutely shouldn't risk him here if he is hurt.
He's also got an assignment coming up with India.
Oh, no, he didn't. He went like this. What does that mean? Give me some treatment? Can I have some ice?
Yeah, probably. Oh, there's the shit AI mode. See all of the highlighted shit over here? Structured multi-phase routine, transition period, low impact activities, cold therapy and massages. What are you telling me? Oh, he's back, so looks like it was just a bit of a niggle. Aldehyde says, eat a pizza with beer while having sex with your homie. Damn, that's wild, bro.
I had one takeaway in this IPL, and I've had one beer, which was yesterday, because it was really sunny, and you have to if it's sunny in England, because it's never sunny in England.
Rudra Patel says, there's an old saying, a Diet Coke a day keeps the bad betting luck away. And, well, he's been trying that every day. It hasn't particularly worked, Rob Barron. And that one has been clipped off the pads by Shreyas Iyer for a boundary. So Punjab 61 for 2 now in 5.4 overs. They are ahead in this chase.
Yeah, bad ball from Prince. I'm just watching him to see how he's moving here because I hope he's not injured. I assume Mayank Yadav's not playing today because he's injured. because
Yeah.
you'd want to try and get a game into him if you could, looking towards next season. If he was fit, you'd want him to get his confidence up.
Uh-huh.
So they've turned this power play around, haven't they? Come on, Prince.
Ooh, bumper, but that might be a wide.
Short ball too short.
62 for 2 in 5.4 overs, and Lucknow was 66 for 2 in their power play. So they're 4 runs behind, but they've got 2 deliveries as well, Punjab. And of course, they're not going to have to go slow towards the end anyway. So
Yeah, they're absolutely in the box seat here, Punjab.
it's a better delivery by
Odd.
Prince. Rudra Patel, just a quick refresher for you on Rob's bets. We need Prab Simran to go out before 50. We need Shreyas Iyer to not score 94. We need Punjab to lose so that Cooper Connolly ends up as the top scorer for them in this season, and that means Rob is in the money. That means that Rob will not only meet Chris Gale over the weekend, he will give him a gift as well, because that's how much money he would have made.
Sure.
That wasn't a convincing shot, but it'll yield him a couple.
Wow, good fielding.
Really?
Don't see
good
that very
field.
often. Who was that?
Who was it? Was that Mohsin? No. Pooran.
Can't have been Pooran.
Nicky P.
Oh, he.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's not Pooran.
Isn't it?
No.
Maybe the cameraman has this wrong. But 65 for 2 in the power play is what Punjab have managed.
I don't know who it was, but whoever it was actually did some good fielding.
That is Nicky P, no? Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it didn't look like him to me. But you must be right. You must be right, Barrow. How many off that power play then? 65. So what
Yeah,
did they
so
get?
one-
66?
Yeah, 1 run less than Lucknow. Same wickets, same number of wickets have fallen.
Right.
Need a wicket ASAP, no Rocky. Baby Tendulkar is in. This is either going to go really well or really bad, isn't it?
Yes.
Nicky P looks 12 without a beard.
It must have been that confused me, the lack of facial hair, because I was like, that doesn't look like Pooran to me. What you got, Arjun?
Yeah, Arjun's
Is it Arjun or
speaking like
Arjun?
It's Arjun because he's not fucking Spanish.
Fair enough. Are you sure? Are you sure he's not Spanish?
I'm glad you asked. He runs in like an ostrich. He's all over the shop. I like it.
Yeah, I've seen him I've seen every game he's had in the IPL, which isn't many, but he's got the odd wicket. How many has he got in his IPL career? He's played 6 games. He's bowled 5 times, 3 for 114 at 9.3 and over. But he started with 2 dots in the 7th, which you wouldn't
Yeah.
expect, would you?
That's 38 trees for you.
And that's the most important thing, is how many mythical trees get mythical put up.
Exactly. Is he doing enough for the environment? Even if he's
Yeah.
a Nepo baby. Is that... No, that's runs, but just a single. Why doesn't he get a lot of bounce is my question.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think you're right, though, with his run-up. His run-up doesn't look like it's biomechanically the right thing to do. I'm no expert on this stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look like he's going to with the way he runs in, does he?
Nope. Looks pretty awkward. But then so did Mark Wood.
Yeah, he's a freak, though. He's like 5'10", 5'11", isn't he? And bowls a million miles an hour.
Oh, has he got one? Is that a drop? What's gone wrong? What's happening? I have
Yeah, he
no
dropped
clue.
it.
That is a drop.
Dropped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rishabh Pant has cost our man Rob Barron potentially some money. Prab Simran was a goner for 20 off 12 and or 20 off 13. And Arjun would have had a wicket, but Pant has dropped it.
You do need a proper temperament for betting, because that's the sort of thing that can make people lose their heads. It's like, well, I've got an international wicketkeeper there. I just need him to catch this ball, and then he throws it on the floor. Like big edge, straightforward take, has it in both hands with a massive pair of gloves on, and the ball ends up on the floor.
Yeah, and there was enough time as well to react. You know? Anyway, that's disappointing stuff. Rob is being made to sweat. Here's
Always.
another chance for Arjun. Now this time it's just a poor ball. Decent over. 4 runs off it.
Yeah, it was a really good over. Should have had the wicket. But for Pant, who's had a very bad comp, and they spent all the money on him, didn't they? They really gambled on building everything around Pant, which is looking like a dumb idea now. You know,
he's definitely going through stuff, and I'm sure Goenka doesn't make it easy for his captains either. So you reckon Arjun Tendulkar would have maybe asked good old Josh Inglis about where he should go for his honeymoon? Because he didn't, right? He came straight to the IPL.
Oh, is that right? Well, at least he's showing a bit of commitment.
Okay.
Who do you think will bat
Simran.
next? Shedjay.
Shashank?
Shashank played really, really well last time.
Slappy shot. They're not looking too convincing out there, honestly, Punjab. I know they're still like favorites to win this, but it's not like they've really been in that steamrolling mood.
No, not at all.
I mean, you take the Digvesh over out, and this is a pretty poor start.
Well, we're watching one definite out of form bat in Shreyas, who's actually looking fine, and then Prab, who has been in slightly better form, but he looks in really bad form today. Prab, 23 or 15, and should have been out.
Here's Mohsin. Yeah, I don't know why they're persisting with that length. Finally, some good fielding. Nicky P's done well in the field. Stops 3 runs. Oh yeah, they've got Umarzai and Stoinis as well. They've got options, man. That's 4 guys. Shashank, Shedge, Umarzai, Stoinis. The Stoin groin.
They've not quite got away yet, have they?
Nope. 1 wicket here would make this so interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I know nobody. They do have Marco Janssen, but surely he's not coming in next, is he? Like, that ain't happening. Apti says, if I was the son of Sachin Tendulkar, I would definitely go into some business, not cricket. Playing under that kind of legacy is just too much pressure. You know what? If I was Sachin Tendulkar's son, I would do whatever I wanted to do because I am Sachin Tendulkar's son. I will have a good life regardless. So I can just not care about money and give it my best shot at whatever I love to do.
That must be nice, mustn't it?
Yeah. 0 pressure if you think about it. You think he cares about legacy?
Nah, he to be fair, at least he's rocking up and being a proper cricket player. Because you could just take the money and muck about, couldn't you?
Yeah. I have 0 issues with his life choices. You do realize that, you know, the most famous cricketer in Indian history, the grandkids of his grandkids will be sorted as far as money is concerned.
Yeah, of course.
Shot
Well,
at the stumps.
Badoni did throw the stumps down, but he took half an hour to do it, and the bat was already past the stumps by the time he did it. So the only thing that could have happened there was -4. Hull have been promoted to the Premier League.
Okay, yet again.
Which is a bit of justice because Middlesbrough lost in the playoff semi-final. but we're allowed to play in the final because Southampton were cheating. So at least the team that won the semi and won the final have got to the Premier League, so that's good. Massive
Big
big
shot by
six from
Prab Sivran. That probably does have enough legs on it, doesn't it? Yes, it does. 6 over long on. Bad news for Rob Barron. And with that maximum, Punjab moved to 79 for 2 after 8 overs.
But it looks like Punjab are going to win, so it's not massively relevant whether he gets the 50 or not. If they win, it's going to be a sweat that goes into another day.
Fan. Issue, that is correct. I'm a Chelsea fan. Speaking of Hull, throwback to Jimmy Bullard. Bend it like Bullard. Proper legend.
Funny player. The celebration where he sat them all down in the centre circle was very good.
Yeah. Who else used to play for Hull? Can't even recall.
Giovanni, I think, played for Hull. Dean Windass.
Who was Danny Shittu playing for?
QPR,
Great name.
I want to say.
Yeah. Maybe Wolves.
Harry Maguire was there, wasn't he?
There we go. And Arjun's back, does well again. Here's a super chat by Rakechik who says, you get paid 1 million to play for an IPL team. Which 3 teams would you definitely not want to play for? LSG is definitely one of them. Probably I don't want to play for Goenka. Who else?
Definitely not LSG unless I can be captain and then I'll sort everything out.
And that's been pulled away for 6. Is it? Or is that a 1 bounce 4?
That's 4.
That is 4. 1 bounce 4 for Shreya. So that takes...
Arjun now going around the park.
Yep.
Although it's the first boundary they've played off him.
Yeah. He's only gone for 1. But 83 for 2 and 8.2 overs. So Punjab back up top. 2 other teams I wouldn't want to play for. You know what? Maybe mid-2010s I wouldn't want to play for CSK or Rajasthan.
I think KKR are a shambles.
KKR, you get to spend time with Shah Rukh, so that's probably worth it.
That's true. Andre Russ. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to play for LSG, and I don't want to go to Gujarat because it's too boring. And I think Chennai as well is the other one I don't want to play for.
There you go. But realistically, you give me $1 million and I'll sweep the floor for whatever franchise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
uppercut.
It's a bit
Nice
of a
shot.
jabby uppercut for 4 by Prab Simran, who moves to 34 of 19. Alarm bells are ringing for Rob Barron, and Punjab moved to 88 for 2 and 8.4 overs. Oh yeah, Delhi
I
might
don't
be.
think Tendulkar
one of
should
those
bowl
teams.
all that much more. I'm trying to think what they should do here, but LSG don't care, right? They're just thinking about letting people have a go and seeing if anybody wants to put their hand up to play next season.
And you can always cuss at Rishabh Pant for costing you money. Because he should have caught that.
Yeah,
And is that a wicket?
easy catch.
No. Top ball. Of course, DC has fans, Rahul. A lot of people live in Delhi. They're probably annoyed all the time.
Yeah, I find it strange when whoever's playing, RCB just starts cheering for Kohli, or everyone was cheering for Dhoni and stuff. Smash!
Wait, what are you watching?
6 runs for Prab.
Okay. They swung to the hills, pull for 6, and that takes Punjab to 94 for 2 in 9 overs. So poor Arjun hasn't quite managed to bowl 2 good overs.
No,
First one was good.
they're going to have to look somewhere else to get to their bowling, I think, because Arjun is not the answer. Everybody knew this anyway, but they've let him have a go because he did cancel his honeymoon, so they might as well give him a game. But yeah, that was a very bad over. Who are they going to go for instead, though? What are the options here?
Digvesh probably has to come back, doesn't he?
But do they have somebody that can part-time it and take overs off him?
Not Markram anymore.
Samad and Badoni, I guess.
Those don't look like great options to me. Badoni, maybe? I don't know. I've never seen him bowl.
Yeah, Badoni has bowled in the IPL, not with much success. He's offies
Apparently-
and nothing that fun.
Apparently, Arshin Kulkarni can bowl, according to our viewers.
He's actually got, I didn't know that, he's actually got 4 wickets in 41 balls at an economy of 9.21. So he's underused, is Badoni.
Alrighty.
Let's have a look at Kolkani's numbers. Let me see. Right arm medium. I don't think that's what they need. So he's not bowled a ball in the IPL. He bowls a bit in the first class. Doesn't bowl in T20s by the looks of it.
Bring back Shami then.
Well, they need a wicket, don't they? Okay, so he has bowled in T20s. He's got 12 wickets at an economy of 9.43 in his 22 games. So certainly nothing to bank on. But I don't think they can throw Tendulkar the ball until this game's over, basically.
Yeah. Poor lad. Started off well, should have had a wicket, but gone for plenty. Unknown, nobody would give the captaincy to Badoni next season.
I'm not sure what he's done to earn it. The trouble with making Badoni captain is you can't guarantee he keeps his place, particularly with the way they treat him up and down the order all the time. Yeah, I don't know what I would do, but they could get quite a lot of money for Pant and start again, which I think is probably what they should do. They won't get anywhere near what they paid for Pant, because what they paid for Pant was ludicrous. Because he's not very good at T20s, Rishabh Pant, over a large sample size. He's not very good at them. He's really, really good at test matches. And you'd think with the way he plays in tests, he'd be good at T20, but he's not. He has this weird, incredible brain for tests where he sort of calculates risk and evaluates risk really well. But I don't understand how he's utterly unable to transfer that kind of thinking to this game, because whenever he thinks in T20, he looks like he's got absolutely no idea how to approach his innings, as we saw today, where he just got to run a ball nonsense.
Digvesh is back. Maybe, just maybe, he's able to get Prabh Simran's wicket if he doesn't bowl rubbish.
Maybe. It's all Pant's fault, but it doesn't really matter now if they're going to win. I just obviously rather Prabh scored as few as possible, because it's now getting close. And it wasn't close half an hour ago, Behram, and it wouldn't have been close if the man with the massive pair of gloves who wicket keeps for his country could catch.
Prem Braj, I don't think Pakistan's women have any chance at winning the World Cup, but I'm excited to watch them. They are an interesting team. They're better than ever before, I will say that. Okay, so they're dealing in singles now. Punjab just easing up. I don't think Punjab is going for net run rate at all, Anurag. I think they're just thinking about winning this game and then leaving the rest to Mumbai to do them a solid. Cut away by Shreyas for 4.
Punjab should now be thinking about winning this quick, because they're going to win, right? So they should be thinking, well, if it does come down to us v KKR, the only team that they could possibly care about net run rate wise, then we want to be way ahead, right? So they should be gunning now, with no other thoughts. They should be absolutely gunning it. And if they lose one, fine, drop back a gear, right? But this should be all in, fully explosive, because they're like nearly 90% to win this game.
Yep. And dot after the cut for 4. Punjab are 100 for 2 in 9.4 overs. So they can potentially chase this down in the next 7 overs if they try.
Exactly that, yeah. So when you've got 2 set guys, and if they lose a wicket, they're still probably not going to lose, like get anywhere near losing. So they should be trying to smoke 6s now. Shreyas is very, very good at hitting 6s.
Another cut, another 4 for Shreyas Iyer. So don't give him width. Yeah, that's a bad idea. And Punjab moved to 104 for 2 in 9.5 overs now. Digvesh is having a howler.
Yeah, they're just a shit team, aren't they? You can analyse as much as you want, but LSG are a shit cricket team. That's the long and short of it.
I want to see a series between LSG and Pakistan. I think it would be a banger. Come on, Digvish, give us something, right? Like, make it marginally interesting. No, he's going to continue to pepper Shreyas Iyer with width. And that's the end of 10 overs. Punjab 105 for 2 and Lucknow 100 for 3 in comparison.
It looks like they're definitely going to win. It's just how quickly they do it, right? That's what it feels like to me. They have to. This would have to be a mega choke now.
Mm-hmm. Rake Jake, they're not a good fucking team, man, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're not. I did tell you all before the season started that LSG were going to finish bottom, and that is exactly what's going to happen. And they were 5-1, 1 in 6. The bookie said they finished bottom this season, but it's actually been 1 out of 1. They are. If they lose this, they've definitely finished bottom, haven't they?
Shami's back, and I reckon he might strike over here.
For his team to have any chance of winning the game, he needs to strike right now. But this is the time where Prab gets out a lot, when he's got to about this kind of score and this kind of over. He certainly did earlier on in his IPL career. If he was still here after 10 overs, he tended to start trying to play the massive shots and he would get caught on the rope because he hasn't really got the 6 guns like some of the other players have. Like Connolly and like Shreyas, really. Shreyas, amazing 6-hitter, isn't he? Prab is more of a 4s guy. So when the field goes back, he's less effective. But he's got a lot better at not getting out straight after the power play than he used to be in recent years.
Okay, let's see if Shami can get his third. Uses his feet prop Simran. He's lucky to survive this.
In more ways than one, because he could have been run out if Pant was able to throw accurately.
Almost chopped
Nearly
on.
chops on. Pant can't throw, basically. If he throws that accurately and at the stumps.
Pant just looks a bit mentally cooked to me, man. Seems like he's had enough. And that literally is God saying, Rob Barron, you're not going to win any bets. Because I don't know how that missed the stumps.
Yeah, and he should have run him out as well. So that's 3 chances for his wicket. No, one really easy chance and one chance of a run out.
And an uppercut by Shreyas. Whoa, did not expect that fielding. I don't even think he expected himself to field that because his body was falling over. But a boundary saved by Mohsin and 2 runs for Shreyas Iyer.
I'm not sure where Pant was throwing that ball.
I think he realized just a fraction late that he has to throw at the far end. That's what happened. Come on, Mohammed. Good Yorker, dug out equally nicely by Shreyas. Gotten a bit boring. Need a wicket or need some 6s so that either we get that net run rate situation going or Lucknow bring a twist in this tale.
Yeah, there's no
Fantastic
twist.
stadium. Really
They're
good
too
stadium
bad.
in Lucknow. Shami has done his bit as far as plantation of trees is concerned. What's 129 times or 130 times 19?
I can tell you that. 2,500.
Oh, you're doing this in your head?
Yeah, it's close to that. 130 times 19.
Let's check it out.
Yes, nearly 2,500.
Nice one. 2,470 trees, thanks to Mohammed Shami.
Good treesing, Shami.
Yeah.
Now we want him to get a wicket of Prab Simran, so we don't have a massive sweat going into the last game. Well, we do anyway. Get him out. Not
Choppy
the knots
pull.
get him out.
Just a single. 1-1-1 for 2 at the end of 11. Nelson for 2. And yeah, I mean, Punjab should win this. They need 86 of 9 overs. And it doesn't seem like LSG are interested to bowl.
I think they just want to go home, don't they? LSG. The team selection smacked of a team that can't be bothered, and the way that they're approaching this defence, having got a wicket very first ball, don't forget,
And
and
that
having
to a big
22, And since then, they have just basically, I mean, you'd be annoyed if you were KKR, wouldn't you, watching this? Like a team that just can't be bothered.
Rahul Srinivas mentions that Gaikwad has also done a lot in terms of tree plantation. He's done his bit.
That's a good point, actually. He's planted a forest by himself, old Prithviraj.
Is this a strategic timeout or something? Because I need this game to end, man. We've got to do a post show.
Mossin is bowling the 12th, which always goes for loads of runs, so we can lock that in. Here he comes. Nearly falls off his feet there, Prab Simran, as he gets a lucky 2. But yeah, 12th over always goes for loads, and then 13th doesn't go for any. That's the rules of the universe.
Peshawar Zalmi versus LSG. I'd go Peshawar Zalmi.
Were they the
champions of the
Cameron
PSL,
Akmal franchise back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I remember them. Where's that gone?
That's a pull. Bit of a top edgy pull, but it's gone for 4. Which takes Prab Simran to 49 of 27, unfortunately. And Punjab are 117 for 2 in 11.2 overs. So the good news is, Rob, that they are still alive in the competition.
Yeah. It would have been much better if they stayed in the competition and he scored 20 rather than the inevitable 50 that he's going to get.
Yep. Well, maybe he's out next ball. You never know. They should try to whack it. Yes, Vas. Abdul Samad versus Abdul Samad is a fun one. Tell you what, you go to Crickmetric, you look for Abdul Samad stats, and it combines both the Abdul Samads, and you're like, fuck you guys. True, Adi says that, Rob, if Rajasthan win, you're cooked.
Yeah. Thanking Pant. Thanking yet another drop catch to cost me thousands and thousands of pounds. But never mind.
Come on, Prab, do the right thing. Just throw your wicket on this ball. It's the 12th over. It's got to go for runs, mate.
Yeah, it's the rules of the universe.
And no, he will get to his 50. Of 28 deliveries, he was dropped on 20 of 12 by Rishabh Pant, and now he completes his half century. Silence. Pin drop silence. But it's not all over. Now, Rob does not want Vaibhav to go mad and not make the playoffs, and Punjab to lose the eliminator with Cooper scoring 100.
Yeah, I now need Mumbai to win a cricket match, which seems extremely unlikely.
Well, if he gets out on 50 on the dot, doesn't it go down to some other metric then?
It'll just be a tie. But then Shreyas will get 95 and that'll be that. 95. Yeah, they're tied. They're dead level at the moment, those two.
Apti, I have 0 friends named Mohammed. Even people who have Mohammed in front of their name, you don't call them Mohammed. It's like a prefix. Pulled away for 4 by Prab Simran, which takes Punjab to 123 for 2 in 11.5 overs.
All very annoying, this game. There's another fielder lies on the floor and watches the ball go past him. Good riddance, LSG. Let's get them out of the tournament. I have to watch them for another year at least.
Well, the game's done. We need it to end soon. Good outing for Prop Simran. Good partnership, this. And this time he makes some room, cuts the ball away, won't find the fence. Actually, Apti, I do have a friend named Mohammed, but I call him Bakir. But in Canada, he's now known as Mo.
Yeah, that's quite popular, isn't it? Mohammed being called Mo. Yeah.
I don't call him Mo because I'm like, for my entire life, I called you Bakir, and now I'm probably the only person who calls you that. So there's one for you. A lot of people like going by Mo as well.
Yeah, Mo sounds quite cool, doesn't it? Isn't Mohammed the most popular name in the whole world?
Yeah, but there's a catch to that because it's a prefix.
Oh, okay.
So I could be Mohammed Behram Qazi. I'm not, but I could be Mohammed Behram Qazi and you'd still call me Behram.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it kind of works that way. No, I don't think Mo Bobbitt is Mohammed Bobbitt. He's another Mo. And I can tell you this as well. Mo from The Simpsons is also not Mohammed. Mo Farah is. Mo Salah is. Yeah, Mohammed Rizwan is just Rizwan. Exactly, Lati. Kind of works that way.
Okay,
Right.
What's happening here? Digvesh is bowling again for reasons unknown. They can't really throw the ball to anyone here. You may as well go Samad or Badoni and just try something different because the bowlers that they're bowling now are really not working, are they?
Captain Fish and Trips says, Mohit Sharma. I like that. I like you, Captain Fish and Trips. You have some interesting comments throughout the watch-alongs.
I think this may have been a huge toss to win this one.
Yeah. I think it wasn't that easy to bat in the first few overs. And that is the sort of stuff that gets you banned, JRJ.
So
Code Noob says Mozart was just Zart.
That's his real name. So we had 14 runs off the 12th and 19 in the first innings. And then in the 13th, we had 4 in the first innings. And we've only had... Oh, no, there's a boundary.
Yeah, there's a pull for 4.
Shut my mouth. We had 8 in this one. And this is just rubbish, LSG. I am absolutely sick of you. Get off my screen.
2 good overs in this entire innings? I want to say it's no more than 2.
In terms of runs?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
So, have there been 3 overs that have been less than 6 runs?
Oh, right. They've had a 6, a 3, and a... Well, they've had 2 6s, have they? No, they've had a 6, a 3. Nope. They've had a 6, a 4, and that's it. And however many off this one. How many off this one now?
8, I think.
8?
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
like
so they've had a 6 and a 4, and that's about it.
I like this one by Chathil Menath, who says Trinidad had a leggy named Dave Mohammed. In that case, it's a surname, and there are a bunch of those: Mushtaq Mohammed, Hanif Mohammed, all the other family members who played cricket, and that's a slog sweep for 6, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Shreyas gets to his 50 of 33 balls, and then smashes a 6 off the slog sweep. 139 for 2 now, Punjab, after 13 overs.
Yeah, this has been... So yesterday was a game where it was almost like the result was contrived before it started, wasn't it? It's like one team got loads and the other team said, well, all we need to do is get within 80 of that, and then we're second. And this one has been... The team that were out were like, well, we can't even be bothered to field a 11 full of cricketers. It's just whoever still happens to be sticking around with the squad can play. And we're going to hand Punjab a chance to keep the table very interesting. So now it's over to Rajasthan, which is the first game tomorrow.
Rajasthan. So it could be a dead rubber in the end. And I don't know negative spectrum. What Rizwan's last name?
No,
is.
it can't be a dead rubber, can it? Oh, you mean the second game could be a dead rubber?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it isn't, KKR are going to have to do something pretty special because this is going to be chased easy, isn't it? Here's the Prince.
It's almost done. Do you remember Dave Mohammed?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, he had some of the best celebrations.
He had the original Shamsi celebration, didn't he?
Yeah, Shamsi gets credit for all of Dave Mohammed's celebrations. He stole all of them off Dave Mohammed, except the stupid one with the magic.
The
stick.
magic trick? Yeah, the magic trick was pretty stupid.
Prince gets rid of Prabh Simran.
So that gives you hope, Rob. Prabh Simran is only 12 runs in the clear of Cooper.
Nah.
No, not feeling it.
No. I'm not, I'm afraid.
Are they checking this?
They are
it a no ball? Oh yeah, Monank Patel is also Mo Patel, I suppose. It works for different names. Moeen Ali. Mo. There is, of course, a name called Mo. Again, I'll throw it back to the guy, the bartender from The Simpsons. Here's a super chat for you, Rob. Code Noob is saying, Rob, how do you cope with losing money? Does it affect you mentally? How do you maintain your health?
I moan about it a lot at the time, and then it just all washes over me. The only thing that bothers me, betting-wise, is when I have bad bets, or I have a day where I'm like, well, why did I bet that? That was silly, or why did I do that? I didn't do enough work, or whatever. But for the IPL, as this catch is being checked, I'm going to have to see it on the proper screen. I can't tell from that one.
The ground, I think.
So Badoni has his mouth very wide open, his hands very wide open. I think his fingers are under the ball, but this is one of those where you can never tell from 2D image. You can never tell.
Yeah, I mean, if the fingers underneath the ball, I would be more tilted towards giving it out, but you never know. These are 50-50.
From the angle I just saw, it's one of those where it looks like it's hit the ground, but if you look at where his fingers are underneath the ball.
Oh no, that's not out. Never mind.
That is very damning evidence, that last one that we've seen. So this looks like not out.
That is definitely not out. So Prabh Simran gets another life.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. Or maybe the umpire's just like, nah, I'll give it out. Who knows?
What if he's still looking at it? It suggests he hasn't made his mind up yet. We have no sound, do we? So we don't know. Hang on, I'm going to turn my sound up for a sec. He's going one frame back.
Copyright on that?
What, somebody saying one frame back? Back and forward.
But that's not out. Enough angles. I've seen enough angles.
The fingers are pointing downwards. The ball is on the ground.
Not out.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Simran survives. It's his day. Got a stumping. Scored some runs. He's done his bit to break Punjab's run of losses. They'll finally win one.
That absolutely should have been caught, by the way. There's no reason for his hands to fall downwards through the weight of the cricket ball that he must have been expecting to come to his hands because he was catching it.
Yeah.
So another drop. Very annoying.
Yeah, just talking about the drops takes up half of our time on the post shows. Here's Prince once again. Weird looking shot.
How many did he got off that ball? One.
Okay, Punjab, you're going to win this game surely now. Get the net run rate boost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've won the game, right? This is done.
Yeah.
So every ball should be trying to be hit for six here. Yeah, I will never understand this from cricket teams, right?
Not catching everything?
Well, no, that I've never understood ever how they can't catch because they're professional athletes. But why the hell isn't somebody saying to them, listen, lads, get on with it? Shreyas goes straight for four.
Yeah, that's been drilled down the ground, gun barrel straight. 4 runs for Shreyas Iyer. Punjab 144 for 2 and 13.3 overs. So yeah, this should be done by over 17.
So what this has done, though, this lackluster display from LSG and the no intent to get anybody out or catch or field properly, is it's got 2 players back into form. So the rest of the team should hate them for this, like for this effort, because they've now got Prab and Shreyas with runs under their belt going into the knockouts, which is a really bad idea for the other teams.
That's not locked in yet. Vaibhav could just knock him out.
He could?
Yeah, of course. Rajasthan, they win. Punjab's gone.
Yeah, of course. Mumbai, considering how short the market was today, expecting Punjab to win because they had to, and LSG is shit, to be fair. But Mumbai are playing for nothing. They are 9th, and they will finish 9th in this IPL. They are favourites to beat Rajasthan tomorrow, who now must win. That seems mad to me.
Really?
Yep, that is mad.
That is stupid. And that has been slapped over the covers for 4 by Prab Simran Singh. So the runs keep flowing off his bat as people keep dropping his catches. And Punjab moved to 149 for 2 and 13.5 overs. Singer says market would always favour Mumbai because of the Mumbai tax. And Captain Fish and Trip says Prince and Shami confirmed for Turkey Super Giants. I guess he's talking about the hair situation over there. Well, I don't think Prince has gotten any sort of transplant. Is he balding?
Who?
Prince. I don't think he is.
I thought he was, but I don't know. Let's look him up.
Maybe he's balding because of wearing that crown all the time.
He looks like he's got a lovely head of hair to me.
Yeah, I kind of liked his unkempt hair.
Unless it's the what you know when they comb it down, so they he's receding, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know Shami already got a transplant code noob. I don't do rap music, Ninad, but Faris Shafi. Yeah, Faris Shafi's good. I really like him actually, but his earlier work, not his recent work, he's gone to mainstream. Who's your favorite rapper of all time, Rob?
So the one that everybody would know would be Biggie, but the one that everybody wouldn't know is a guy called R.A. the Rugged Man, and he is awesome. He's probably the best rapper alive, and nobody knows him. He's amazing live. Seen him live quite a lot of times. Really funny. Really, really good. He was on a track with Biggie back in the day, and then he did his Tendulkar. If you wanted some quick runs, here's Tendulkar. And he pissed off his record label because he kept doing things that they asked him not to over and over again. So he's kind of been shunned. Rubbish
Full
ball.
toss.
Rubbish shot.
Doesn't make the most of it either.
Rubbish cricket.
Yeah. Poor cricket all round.
Full toss, completely clothed. No fielders anywhere. Closer to the square leg umpire than anybody else. 1 run.
We have to do that crick picks at some point, Rob. The greatest hair transplant in cricket history. I just need.
Matt Hayden's making a late surge for that as Arjun declines to use the pitch and bowls another full toss, which he's fielded well.
Finally, some
maybe
fielding.
Pooran's trying to get in as a specialist fielder next season because he's actually fielded all right today. He's the only one, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, Chahal in the first innings.
Oh yeah, for this team. Pooran.
Right.
Chahal did the best bit of fielding of this match by a million miles.
I'm trying to get us a third person for that transplant crick picks, but no name drops because that's a competition. We are up against each other. You've never been on one, have you? Have you ever done a crick picks? You have.
Ages ago, yeah.
The wicket keepers one.
I've done 2.
Okay.
Super overs.
Right. Was I on that one? Probably was. Full toss again. Arjun, what are you doing? This time it's been mowed to deep mid wicket for 4 by Shreyas. 3 full tosses in a row. Punjab 157 for 2 and 14.3 overs. So maybe Arjun wants them to get a net run rate boost.
Yeah, I honestly, I think he's like one of the only people that's just, I bet he trains really hard and really well and he's proper keen and he's just always around the group and they're like, look, you can play, mate. It's fine. We're finishing bottom anyway, so you might as well have a game. And fair play to him if that's what he's doing, because the other players are like going home and, I mean, they've lost. They can't even field overseas players anymore.
Yeah.
They're just a shambles of a franchise, right? And all the money they've spent is on Pant, and he scored a runner ball and dropped a catch. That's all he's done today. 4 more.
Another boundary. This time he does use the pitch, Arjun Tendulkar, but he makes some room, Shreyas Iyer, and cuts him away for 4. 161 for 2 Punjab in 14.4 overs. So that task of getting there in 17 overs looks quite realistic now. Who even bowls after this? Surely you just give one to Shami and hope that he can maybe get a third.
That was quite a good ball. It's going to cost him 2. No, only 1. Lazy running. I think Punjab bowled and fielded badly, with the exception of Chahal on both of those fronts.
Yeah.
But I also think the toss was massive, because it did a fair bit at the start. And it did bugger all in this innings. You know, the Shami ball was a bouncer. It wasn't the pitch that got rid of Arya, and it definitely wasn't the pitch that got rid of Connolly, was it? And they're the only 2 wickets they've got. That's out.
And that's a wicket. That surely is a wicket, yeah. By Prabh Simran finally scores 69 of 39. Arjun Tendulkar has a wicket.
Yeah,
and
he stuck very, very religiously to the full toss plan and bowled full tosses over and over again. And eventually, Prabh Simran, who I don't think played great for that 69 runs, is out.
Yeah. Well, Arjun can feel happy that he finally did something, right? I mean, gets a wicket in the only game he plays, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, his only game this season. Yeah,
should have had Prabh Simran a while back, but such is life. 162 for 3, Punjab in 15 overs.
So this is where you send Omazai out and you tell him to hit every ball for 6. That's what you do.
Or as Shreyas, who is 72 of 40, you just farm, strike, and smash everything, right? Like, spend a lot of time on the pitch. So
yeah, I would do the other way around. I would say, Shreyas, you carry on doing exactly what you're doing and score at 170, 180, sorry. And the new guy must hit every ball for 6, whoever it is, because the only way they lose is if Shreyas gets out and they fully collapse and die. But
yeah,
so Shreyas, keep doing your 180 thing. If you get a bad ball, hit it for 4 or 6. That's great. But whoever comes in now, literally trying to hit every ball for 6, because if let's say it's Shashank, he gets out, Shejay can have a go, Omazai can have a go, Marco can have a go, Stoinis can have a go. They've got so many reasons why they're not going to lose this game.
Yeah.
And the only thing that matters now is how far ahead of KKR, because they have no control over how they fare against Rajasthan, right? If Rajasthan win, they're dead. End of story. Yep. But they do have control about how they fare against that. Every time they belt the ball to the boundary, it makes KKR's challenge against Delhi, right, more difficult. And they should be thinking like that.
Ex-Bull ads are on. They've ripped off Chicago Bulls, but I'm still kind of keen to try out this energy drink. It's just that I don't really foresee myself ever traveling to Afghanistan, so might not work.
I've never done the energy drink thing.
Really? I've done it a bit in high school and early years of university, strictly so that I could just stay up. And maybe a lot of that was placebo, right?
Well, the only time I did it was when I was on a coach to a nightclub when I was a student, and the coach broke down, and the replacement coach didn't have like 6 spaces, and so me and 5 lads took one for the team and said we'll wait and we'll get a cab or whatever, and we thought we would wait and get drunk in a pub, but the only thing anywhere near where we were, this is ages ago, so you couldn't like iPhone your way out of trouble. You had to do stuff. The only thing that was open was a garage, and the garage didn't sell any alcohol. And so one of the lads came up with the bright idea of, let's see who can drink the most Red Bull in the next half an hour, right? Which is a really bad idea as far as your health goes. Don't do this at home, kids. and I drank about 4 of them, I think, and I found every sip of it disgusting. But one of the lads drank about.
I don't like the taste of Red Bull.
Somebody drank 13 in half an hour, Bayram, and he thought he was going to have a heart attack later in the night. Like he was properly going like that, and everybody that tried to drink them fast was really struggling, headaches and stuff. So they've sent Shed J in.
Maybe that was his body trying to develop wings.
Maybe so.
Wings,
it's his heart trying to stop or get out of its body, because whatever the hell's in them isn't good for you. Those energy drinks.
My energy drink of choice was the Red Sting, because Sting has a few flavors, but the red one I liked. And then in Canada, I used to have this energy drink called Full Throttle, and it was throttling.
Doesn't sound great. So Shed J's been sent in. He got 35 off 22 against RCB. Why can't I remember that innings? That's when Shashank went nuts. And they failed to chase. Can't remember that innings at all, and it wasn't very long ago.
Come on, Shreyas. He pulls the ball away for 6.
Correct. Keep doing
Great
that.
shot, Shreyas. I love it. He has really conquered that short ball demon in recent years, and it's been brilliant to watch. That was a pull with complete authority, and it sailed over the rope. And Punjab now 168 for 3 and 15.1 overs. So I'm giving you 11 more balls, Punjab.
It's one of those, isn't it? It really should be done as quick as they possibly can now, because after that 6, they can't lose.
I mean, before that 6, they couldn't have lost either.
Yeah, true. Run a ball now. Should be 10 balls done. Why are Mumbai 1.9 to beat Rajasthan?
I have no idea, man. Is it at
53% Mumbai win, the team that is 9th in the table, and the team that's 10th in the table, right? That Mumbai should be drifting now, because Rajasthan now know they definitely have to win because Punjab have won. And look how the other team, who's finished bottom of the league, have approached this game like they absolutely don't care. One of the players went home. Their best player went home in disgust and couldn't be bothered playing it. And the ones that have turned up, I mean, they let somebody's son play. It's like they let that Kolkani have another go, who got exactly as many runs as we thought he would.
Another 6-6. One. This time it's a pickup shot off the legs of Shreyas Iyer, and
drop for 6.
He's got that Digvesh, but it's gone.
What I like here from Digvesh, who should never be on the road because he can't feel very well. What I like from him is he's ended up with the ball in both of his hands, lying on the floor outside the rope. You've got to at least try and propel it back into the field of play. At least try and.
In his mind, he was like, "I don't catch too many, so I'm going to try to stick the landing."
It's because
prepare for the future.
So he kicked the rope twice before the ball even got to him. And that just shows you that you shouldn't put people that can't do it.
By the way, Shreyas Iyer can turn up over here. He's 84 of 43. Punjab are 174 for 3 and 15.3 overs. So they need 23 runs and Shreyas needs 16. And Shreyas has uppercut the ball up over Rishabh Pant's head for not a boundary, but should be 2. Is 2.
So that is a very, very... The good thing about Punjab, if they do progress here, that is a timely return to form for Shreyas, right? He's right back in it now, isn't he?
And he's looking good. He's looked good pretty much throughout this innings. At the very start, maybe there were some nerves, but after that, he's been in complete control. All right, come on, Shreyas. I need a 6 and a single. And it's a dot. Get a single. Turn up.
How many 6s have they hit today? They're a very 6y team, Punjab. They haven't hit many.
Yeah, that's true. They've hit a lot of 4s.
So they've hit, bloody hell, they've hit 22 4s. That's a hell of a lot. And only 5 6s. And the average for the season on the 6 count is 13.
He's gone up and over long on for 6. Proper bottom-handed shot. teed off Shreyas Iyer in he's 92 of 46. At the end of 16 overs, Punjab are 182 for 3. So yeah, they'll get there in 17 surely. The real captain thing to do over here would be that, you know what, I don't give a fuck about my 100, kill off the game. Who was worse in the field today? Actually, don't answer that. We'll do this in the next show.
Sure.
Save it. Because my notes are looking pretty funny.
So
Okay,
Shedray should be trying to whack everything here, rather than making sure that Shreyas gets his 100. And I would imagine he's going to get a single here and put Shreyas on a strike, who will then try and get his 100.
Let's see. I think the message from Shreyas will be that don't care about my 100. Let's win this as quickly as we can. Nope. There's definitely an intention to get a single over there. Sure shot.
Which is really bad because Tendulkar is bowling a full toss every single ball, if anyone's noticed. He's bowled another full toss, and in trying to get a definite single, he's got a dot and made his team's net run rate worse, which is a very bad idea.
Upti's asking what my hobbies and skills are. I mean, I'm a new dad, so I don't have time for hobbies. It's just work and baby. Skills, I guess I'm a good articulator, good orator. I do well in front of a camera. I can win a debate. I can act maybe a little.
Can you? Talk to me about that.
I was the lead in my school play and stuff, you know, so I was like a blind prince at one point. That was fun.
Nice.
And yeah, I think it's pretty much all of those things. I am a really good problem solver because I'm an engineer, and that's how I got that. No, I don't play the guitar, buddy. I don't play any musical instrument. I'm really good at karaoke, if you want to count that as a skill or a hobby.
What do you sing?
We've had this conversation before, and I said Dream On. I said lots of stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that video I sent you?
Yes, I did watch that video. And
good,
remember she couldn't pronounce Aerosmith. She said Aerosmith.
That's right. Yes, it's all coming back to me now.
Yep. This has happened before.
Good ball.
Oh! Nearly a
Good
wicket
ball
for
from
a second wicket.
Let's say that massively often.
Went for the catch, full stretch.
So
yeah, Doc Alchemist, it wasn't easy to do this for the entire play. Right? It's not easy to keep your eyes rolled up while acting. Aldehyde, I don't care about what you think about management engineering, man. It was one of the toughest things I've ever done, and that degree served me well, got me a job, helped me build capital. I only am able to follow this dream because I built that capital, by the way. Like, without a safety net, you can't just go ahead and try and cover cricket for a living. It's not particularly lucrative.
Yeah, the life of a freelancer is tough, isn't it?
I am secure in 2 jobs, though, but it's just that, you know, there's more money in other fields. Full toss. Surprisingly, there've only been 4 runs in 5 balls this over.
When they should, against Tendulkar, who's bowling full tosses every ball, when they should be hitting every ball for 6. It's something to do with Shreyas needing 100, I think, which, if is the case, is mad, because Shedray has come out and tried to put him on strike every single ball here. So, at the very least, it should be a free hit, right? Because...
Yeah, this should be a free hit, because you're like, okay, Shreyas, you'll have a ball, right? Next over. Score a 6 and get your ton. No, there's no intention whatsoever. It's a full toss. And imagine if he doesn't take a single off this. No, he does. But
that's a silly over, right? They've cost themselves an over when they've definitely won the game. They've cost themselves an over of batting in a net run rate situation there, and deserve to be knocked out because of it. Because Arjun Tendulkar just ran in and bowled full toss after full toss, and they went block, 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 block.
Yep.
Shreyas wants his 100 with a 6 then, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to take another single and start this over, clearly. Shetty. Upti, if you want to start a channel, do it, dude. I was working a 9 to 5, or actually what was really a 9 to 8 job. And I was running my own YouTube channel back then. And you got to start somewhere. So if you've got the drive, you'll make it happen. You really need to be obsessive about something, though. Like, if you want something, the universe will carve out those paths for you. You just need to be diligent and go completely mad. And don't do it for the money, because if you're doing it for the money, this is the wrong industry. Oh, it's an edge for 4.
Accidental 4, Claxon. He throws his head back because he hit a 4, which makes his team more likely to stay in the tournament. But he's angry because he's taking chances off his captain. But Shreyas can still do it with a 6, but now he can do it with 4 something, 4-2, 4-4, whatever. He's not killed him.
No.
But
he can actually get it with 2 boundaries as well. You're right, because
he could do it with 4-2.
They still need 6
but
runs.
That's how mad cricket is, right? Because they need quick runs for net run rate. And he's hit a 4 and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry for hitting a 4. I accidentally hit that 4. I really shouldn't have done." Cricket's an absolute knob of a sport. It's so stupid.
Very. I almost don't want him to get his 100 anymore. Like, get out. This game should have ended already.
Sure should. So when Connolly was 18 not out, Prab Simran and basically Connolly being 3rd in the most Punjab runs for this season was about 1,000 to 1, I think, needing... And it's happened. Well done, everyone. Well done, Universe. You got it home. Shreyas has got his 94 and Prab got his 50 when there were only about 160 runs left. Yeah. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Both those things happened, actually. That is very impressive. Okay, Shreyas. Come on. Yeah, it's an unconvincing pull shot for just 1. I don't think the universe wants him to get his 100 anymore. 95 off 50, Shreyas Iyer. All right, then. 193 for 3, Punjab in 17.4 overs. Surely we will not go into a 19th over here. This is got to be
Shajay's going to... he will not hit a boundary here, Shajay.
He has not hit a boundary. It's just a quick...
So now this ball has to be a 6.
Yeah.
Or he goes 1-4, which is more likely, actually, isn't it?
That would be really funny.
But so they've taken 2 overs off to try and get a man his 100.
Yep.
2 overs. They got 20 runs off the 16th when Shami was bowling, and then Mighty Arjun comes back on, and they block an entire over of 4 tosses and get 5 off it.
Yep.
They got an accidental 4 off this over from Mohsin Khan, and they have since blocked every ball and got 1s. This will be a single. Oh no, he's gone for the 6. Has he got the 6?
Is that a 6? That is a 6.
Gets his done.
Unbeaten of 51 deliveries. Shreyas Iyer gets Punjab that much needed win. Do or die situation. And they're 200 off 8 in 18 overs. They won this game with 7 wickets in hand and 2 overs to spare. So now it's over to Rajasthan. They need to win their game to stay alive in this IPL. And then if they lose, KKR will be looking at the net run rate situation, and it might get really, really interesting tomorrow.
Sure will.
Yeah, bit of a mood dampener in the end, though, because they chased it down in 18 overs. Could have done it in 17, or maybe even 16 and a half, but there was no intent over there.
Let's go. Let's do the next thing.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for all of your interactions. Thank you for all of your super chats. And this watch along is over, but Rob and I are just about to head to the post show, which is also live. So see you there. And follow Combox everywhere. Like, share, subscribe. For those of you who are done for the day, have a good one. Take care and goodbye. We'll be back tomorrow.
You're watching every game this season. Every 6, every wicket, every bat hit. But the final, you watch with me.
Stars Play, in partnership with Combox, presents the ultimate IPL final watch party
31st May at the Coca-Cola Arena.
with legendary cricketers Robin Uthappa, Sri Sant, Angelo Matthews, and Universe boss Chris Gale. Buy your tickets now at Coca-ColaArena.com or PlatinumList.net.